live as well, definitely. So.
All right, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Or made
Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta post it so they can watch it.
That's probably a good idea.
Oh, it's been so long since I've gone live. I don't know what I'm doing.
What? Just feel like you're missing something?
Just trying to get it out. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Copy.
Okay.
All right, perfect. But I need to be able to make sure that I can see chat. That's got to be a live control room.
I can see chat just right here. Yo, Shav, what's up?
Boom, all set.
All right, good that we sound good. Shav says we're in the clear in terms of sound check.
Nice. Let's just give it a couple minutes to let some people join if they want to join.
Gotcha.
How's your day going, man? You doing good?
You know, good. Just, you know.
Nothing. Well, yeah, I was going to ask if you have snow on the ground, but that'll never happen where you live.
Not unless you go up north.
Yeah, it snowed here. Sad. I got to put my Christmas tree up. Still.
But my mom already had us put the Christmas tree up. It was fucking...
I refuse to do it until after Thanksgiving is done.
No, that's fair, and that's how I would do it. But, you know. The second it turns November...
Thanks, Shav. Appreciate it.
But no, the second it turns November on this household, you know, it's just immediately... Christmas. Thanksgiving had its last dying breath, and now it's over.
Yeah, at least for another year.
Yep. Besides that, right. I guess before we start, how are you, Cappy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Been a hot minute since you've been on the channel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as you've seen, like when we've been talking, I'm up to 5 videos a week. I'm gonna start doing some of my own live streams and everything.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, busy man. Understandable.
Yeah, 5 videos a week. Whew, man, that's a lot of recording.
5 videos a week. It is brutal. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, but I'm having fun with it, and I love my editor. He's doing a great job. So yeah, no, I've been doing pretty good.
Good to hear.
Yeah, I'm ready for Christmas and get winter over with because I hate being cold. But yeah.
I know you always say it to me, but I'll say it. I will always say that winter's better than that I wish I lived somewhere where winter is like actually cold. I want it to be cold. But you always say I'm not. The second I move somewhere cold, you're gonna say that. You say I'm gonna hate it, but I won't. I know I won't. I'm gonna love it. Cherish it.
You're just people. You're weird. I don't know how else to
exactly. Thank you, Shav. Winter's the best.
Nah. Shav, you are about to get banned, man. No, I'm just nah, I'm just playing. Bro. Calm down, Shav. Now, see, I don't have a problem, I guess. Like, I hate being cold, but when it is cold, it needs to look like it's cold. Like those days where it's sunny out, there's no snow on the ground, and you just walk outside and it's freezing. I hate that more than anything. But alright, so now that we got that all out of the way, Five Nights at Freddy's. the movie.
Yes.
Me and you have had. We both have two very different opinions on it.
Yes, we do.
Because you talked that movie up so much, and then I went to it, and I wanted to strangle you after I wasted money.
Listen. I guess to give us, I guess we should bring out our what our opinions are here. I guess.
Okay.
Starting off with me here. I thought the FNAF movie was pretty good. At least from my point of view, I thought it was pretty good. As a fan of FNAF, I thought they did a good job for what they had. It's had its problems, and I definitely do have problems that we both agree on, but it just I felt good walking out of the movie theater. Which kind of leads into yours, which if we're kind of opposed here, then everyone kind of knows where your stance is on.
Yeah. So when we went to it, like, okay, so first off, like, I don't know all the lore. There is so much lore to Five Nights at Freddy, whether it's fan or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not all caught up on all that. However, I grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Like, there were people who left the movie theater at a certain scene. And by the way, there are going to be spoilers in this.
Yeah, I guess.
So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers,
I guess
I guess you can leave.
Yeah,
but
it's been a month. It's been a month.
Theater. Yeah, the scene that irritated me was the making the fort with the animatronics. I have a lot of issues with the movie, to be quite honest, but that's where people like actually got up and left the theater. And why they made a PG-13 is beyond me. They missed a huge golden opportunity because there has not been like a legit badass horror movie in forever. And Five Nights at Freddy, they could have done it. And they didn't. I guess that's where I'm at with that.
Okay. I guess let's start off. If we really want to get into it, I guess the best way to start off is let's start off positive. Let's say what we liked. Just get out of the way here.
Okay. The animatronics looked fantastic for what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I've like me and you, we've they could have done a little better, made them a little bit more scary, but at the same time, like, this is like they're not supposed to be all tore up and raggedy, right?
But yeah, no.
Right, at this point, so I thought they did fantastic on the looks.
No, the looks of the animatronics, I feel like they were done absolutely spectacularly. Like, I don't really... How to describe it? It's like, they really did bring the animatronics from the first game to life. Made them look a little more, I guess, how do I describe it? Gentler than I expected, I guess, if you know what I'm saying? It's kind of what you're going off, just like, it's not necessarily bad, because, like, these things, I guess it kind of went off the idea that, like, these things are supposed to be entertaining children, right? So, of course, they look a little cutesy in a lot of different scenes, right? But it just feels like with the first game, right? The idea of it all was if they turn off the lights, right? All of a sudden, these animatronics that usually look pretty like, you know, normal things that you can understand why would entertain a child, right? That's something that you don't want to run into at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel all much like that. I don't know if that describes it. If you know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels like they don't have that same energy. They still look good. Yeah. They still look good.
Yeah, I mean, And you know, I if they do make a second one, which you know you've told me they've already started production or something like that on it.
They made more than
I
enough
really
money.
hope they put a little bit more into them
Mm-hmm.
and more into their writing.
That
And make it actually a horror movie.
Here's the thing. Well, we'll go. Well, with that, I just really do wish they do make it a horror movie. I didn't walk out of the experience feeling, you know, that horror movie experience.
Yeah, well, and you know, even like later on when we move on to the One Piece stuff, we're gonna, you know, we'll touch a lot more on like the writing aspects and changes and reaching broader audiences and stuff. But yeah, they could have done much better with Five Nights at Freddy's. Like,
in terms of, I guess, besides just the animatronics.
Another thing I like. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Another thing I would say that I did enjoy is, surprisingly enough, I felt the pizzeria design was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, no, the place actually I thought they did pretty good too.
And
like
Shav,
the main
Shav is mentioning the bite in half scene. We'll talk about it, but I think that was a
we're talking about stuff we liked.
Yeah.
At this point.
But
I guess the other thing I did like about the movie, man, it's. I guess I really can't say that.
What?
Well, I know there was controversy, like over the eyes when everybody first found out they weren't, you know, like the glowing red and all that. Like, yeah, I'm sure you remember all that.
I was there for it, yeah.
But honestly, like the way they did even the looks of the animatronics when, you know, they were apparently like
in attack mode,
controlled, attack mode and stuff, like I thought they did pretty well with that. I that didn't bother me near as much as people were making it out to be.
I think it's
now that's my opinion, of course. Like
I kind of like it. Do I wish they still had that silver eyes look? Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, well, the other thing is like the red eyes can also, you know, be overdone. Like, like, and that's where I wish they would have kept the silver eyes and stuff like they did in the because like if you know Five Nights at Freddy's, like that would be it. Like that's, but that's where they change things to meet a broader audience. Well, the problem when you try to reach a broader audience to bring people in is they have to be able to come into the Five Nights at Freddy world, and like if they go off the movies, they're gonna start like playing the games or whatever. They're gonna be like, this is not as friendly as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's almost like misleading. Then I guess that's the way I put that.
You don't walk out of the FNAF movie feeling like if you ever do go into the games, you're gonna walk into an actual horror experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes into just like I get it, FNAF's a series with, especially nowadays, it's definitely made with kids in mind, you know what I'm saying?
Which is a shame.
It's a shame, because I think there's so much more you can do with the series.
Yeah, like obviously everybody knows who King of FNAF is.
Yeah.
Everybody. That is Markiplier. I would rather watch Markiplier play the original games than Security Breach.
No, it's kind of...
Hey, what's up, Carlos? Oh yeah, Matt Pats. Matt Pats was pretty funny.
I will say...
And he had everybody fooled on that. He had everybody fooled.
No, I found that... I was like... I did not... I heard the voice, and I was kind of like, wait a minute, that sounds kind of familiar, right? And then
Yeah,
I
because
just,
then he had like he was posting like all the time like, oh no, I'm not in it, I'm not in it, and then when everybody went to the movie, like that motherfucker.
no, that's the thing. It's so much funnier when you think about it, because he was talking about how like, oh yeah, no, all these other big FNAF creators got into the movie, but not me, right? Which is just like, it's just like, wow, damn, okay, FNAF, oh, okay, Matt Pat, sorry about that. But like,
Yeah.
he made it out like it was like a bit, like a huge deal and everything, right?
Yeah, he got air. He fooled everybody. That was funny. But yeah, no, that it just I think there was so many missed opportunities, and I'm kind of done with my parts of the stuff I like because I'm ready to kind of get nitty and gritty
Gotcha.
with this. Unless you have more that you liked.
I guess there's one other thing I did like, and I know you were kind of iffy on Josh Hutcherson's performance as Mike, but I felt pretty good about it. I think he did a solid job with what he had. I think he, and I guess if there's technically one other thing I did like, I don't usually care for child actors. They're just not that good. But I don't know. Mike's sister, I forget her name. Fuck, it's not.
That's and we just rewatched it too.
Yeah.
Just to refresh our memory. Now, I will say this movie's been out for a while, and this review and talking about but I didn't want to make rash decisions because if I would have been on live stream right after I watched it, I would have been banned from YouTube because I was so mad at this movie. Like, it's my fault. Like, I didn't really look. I was just like, hey, Five Nights at Freddy's out. I didn't watch. I did see the trailer, but like I didn't pay attention to it actually being like a PG-13 movie until after we got out of the theater, and I was like, I went to even went. Like, but to what's his name? That
I guess technically one other thing that we both did agree that we liked was William Afton's actor, the guy.
Oh yeah,
he fucking did. He killed it. My only complaint is that I just wish they gave him more. You know what I'm saying?
And I wasn't upset with Mike's performance. It's just the way they wrote the characters, I think, is what bothered me the most. And yes, yeah, the Markiplier was supposed to be the first security guard, which honestly, if he wasn't, I did watch Markiplier do an interview or put something out where the reason why he didn't is he was in the middle of making Iron Lung.
Yep.
And he couldn't take the time. But if he would have been in the first scene of that movie, being the guard that died first, that would have been the movie for me.
It would have brought the house down.
It would have been pure gold. Anybody who talks shit about the movie, I would have stabbed.
Opening the FNAF movie with Markiplier, that would have like theaters would have burned down. That's how.
And like when I found out that was the part, like I pictured him like how he would have changed that up.
No, it's in my mind's eye, and I can see it that he, it would just be fucking crazy.
Yeah, look, but yeah, no, it was kind of painful. I didn't like the fact, and I get the concept of. So are we done with the likes? I want to be.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
I don't want to mix. I want to be kind of, all right, time to. Now, these are our opinions on this, but the biggest wasted character in the whole movie was the cop, Afton's daughter, the most useless character in that movie.
I get you. I have my complaints with her. I don't think she's the absolute worst.
I'm talking about like in that movie. She threw the pills.
Hold on. I think she's a bad part of the movie most of the time.
She was super confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I'm like, you might as well just got rid of her. The movie would have made more sense. Like,
she. My biggest thing with her is that she just seems so, like, how do I describe it? 1 second she cares about Mike, and the other second she's
Just like threatening to kill him.
Yeah, no, and it's like it just feels kind of like, you know that your dad's a serial killer, right? And you know that he is likely had the animatronics kill a few security guards at this point, right?
Yeah.
It just feels like she's in I don't know. It just feels like she's too uncautious around the death robots. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's like when they made the forts. Me and my buddy, we just looked at each other and like, are we at a FNAF movie or is this, like, what is this?
No,
like,
no.
it didn't make any sense. And then like, oh, I should have wrote notes down because now I just want to jump all over the place on the movie.
I guess we can just jump around all over the place. It's fine.
With her character, right? Like the other thing that irritated me is at the end of the movie, right? Afton's like, you had one job to keep him oblivious to the situation and everything, right?
Yeah.
But when there was a break-in, like the whole break-in thing also just, it was stupid. Like, I'm coming to your house even though I was there with you all night, and now you're off duty, someone broke in, but it's your fault.
It just feels that it's kind of like, yeah, no.
And
why?
if she was supposed to keep him oblivious to the situation, then they could have just cleaned it up and he wouldn't have even known.
That's the thing,
that to me, that's bad writing.
Mhm.
Just like when, like you were talking about, like they played, or they were playing with the animatronics. She was having the time of her life.
And then
she's like, if you ever bring your sister here again, I will shoot you.
It's like, it just feels like, it just feels like she's like a different character in every other scene that she's in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and we've watched a lot of people, and a lot of people have come to the same opinion on as us with the why is his brother dead? Like, Afton killed the children at Fazbear's.
Yeah, no, that's
But it's like,
that's the thing. It just feels like, why is Michael's brother like just why did William just like randomly go to the forest one day and just go like, hey yo, is that a 10-year-old I can kill?
Yeah, like it was weird, and I don't know how.
And he just randomly killed like some 10-year-old. It's just like, it just feels, I feel like the way you could have repaired this, right, is just do what they did in the games, right, and have his little brother become Golden Freddy, the blonde kid, like the leader of the troop, right?
Yeah.
Because in the games, Michael's little brother does become Golden Freddy. He becomes like a ghost, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. Like, he's not even an animatronic.
It's weird with Golden Freddy in general.
I guess because that someone told me, I'm not gonna name them, but they said their theory is that his brother is gonna wind up being Balloon Boy.
I mean,
with all the little hints to Balloon Boy.
I guess it's possible, but it just feels like, I don't know like, because there is going to be a second movie. Let's be real here. The next movie is coming out, and it's coming out in like very soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to cash in on that money cow because they made money off of this. You know what I'm saying?
It almost felt to me like it was just poorly written for a cash grab to see how well it would do. And that's disappointing. Like I love Five Nights at Freddy's. And to finally see a movie and for me to be that disappointed over it just is a big letdown.
It's
because the other thing, it came out around Halloween. Like, I wasn't even putting Halloween and PG-13 for Five Nights at Freddy together. Like, there was no concept of that for me. And that's my fault. I should have paid attention.
No, it just there's a big thing that a lot of different FNAF fans are split up on, right?
Yeah.
And I would say it's there are the side of the fandom where we are at, where we believe this movie should have been rated R. You know what I'm saying? Just give it all the work that it could ever get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then there's a side of the FNAF fandom. Gee, why did I forget the word fandom out of nowhere?
It happens to the best of us.
But no. The other side of the FNAF fandom is actually okay with it and thinks that it's like it would take away from this series. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's right. I kind of get the point in terms of that the FNAF series nowadays has moved very much far away from its origins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and that was the other thing that I guess I really didn't think of until someone brought it up. You know, which is the whole concept of Five Nights at Freddy's, right? The jump scares. There was like two
jump scares,
and they really weren't even jump scares.
Yep.
And I was just so sad because, like I said, there really hasn't been like a great horror movie in forever. And like Foxy's charging down the hallway have made that they like showed it for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike survived it, but the first dude didn't.
Yeah.
And he got caught because he was kind of beat up.
No, Mike would have been, in all intents and purposes, Mike should have died there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The other thing is, I kind of get why they did it, because I mean, you can't have a security guard staring at cameras and closing doors for an entire movie.
Yeah.
Right. But they could have at least done it once. Hello, Rex. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I get it. It felt like, just give us like, I don't know,
because
like
he was
10 minutes.
Slapped.
10 minutes of Mike like having to actually survive a night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
like,
think
especially
more, but you know,
the next night after he found out the animatronics were alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would have been the perfect time to do it. Because there is no way in hell anybody would find out animatronics are being haunted by the souls of dead children. And I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
He slept that whole movie, and I was super disappointed in that. It's like, this is not Five Nights at Freddy. Like, what you did is you took the characters and said, screw the base of the platform to me with that. Because I think he actually looks at the cameras like
a collective
twice.
Like twice, yeah.
Two or maybe a couple more times than that, but it was super disappointing. And I guess the creator of Five Nights at Freddy was, you know, like, approved this movie, and
they had a stamp of approval on the film.
And it's just sad, because here's the thing: if you're trying to reach like minors, like 15-year-olds, I was going to horror movies with my parents when I was a kid. I love horror movies. I love horror games. My channel is mainly based around horror games. They could have still went with their parents.
No, it does feel like they really just did leave, like, because if my big theory with it all, right, with the movie, is that this movie was made with the new gen of FNAF fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking those with like security breach and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. I got you. I'm tracking.
Which kind of, I mean, it kind of explains why the movie took so long to come out. Because if you didn't know, the movie,
they were making it for like 6 years or something like that.
He started talking about the movie 10 years ago, and he said that he's been working on it since then.
Yeah, but it's been held up with a lot of like red tape or something like that.
It was
Hollywood politics or some crap.
A bunch of shit. My idea, and where I'm going with this, is that I feel like Scott Cawthon, when he originally talked about making a FNAF movie, right?
Yeah.
Because mind you, this is when he was doing FNAF 1, FNAF 2, you know what I'm saying? He was in that phase of his game making. I have an idea that he probably wanted to make a very different movie, but as of right now, he just, you know,
well, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
And who's gonna
make more money? Yeah.
Well, whoever's flipping the main bill is gonna want to be like, okay, we need to hit a broad audience. The other prime example, which I don't know if you've seen it, I finally watched it. The Halo the Halo TV series.
I have seen like.
I wish I never would have watched it.
Yeah, not good, right?
No, and it's all about that. The people who are kind of running the show, they want it their way.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a possibility.
It's just so weird that Scott Cawthon was in on this. You know what I'm saying? It has his stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, and even if he's in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if he was like fully okay with this, like, this is supposed to be the first movie, which to me should go off the beginning of where you started out with. Terrifying. Like those games. Those games, like, when you look at the camera and you seen Foxy running down, you freaked out and hoped you could push the door button fast enough.
It's not even just that. It's like stuff like just seeing like Freddy just like in the dark and you just see only like the pupils of his eyes. Like that's the only thing you can see, and they're just staring right back at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I've seen TikTok shorts that people have made from Five Nights at Freddy that are fantastic.
And it just feels like it's wasted potential. That's what it feels like deep down to me. I say this with the idea that I liked the movie, but there's so much that could have been better. And I know for a fact that if I didn't have the bias of someone who played FNAF, enjoyed FNAF, grew up on FNAF, right? And if I didn't know all the lore and little stuff they strewn in between all this, right? Then I probably would have walked out of the theater not liking it. You know what I'm saying? I fully admit I have a bias. It's just
Oh, can we get to the elephant? The big elephant in the room of the movie. Afton's death was pathetic.
Mm-hmm. That was one I wanted to talk about. William Afton's death. A death that is quite literally like
iconic.
Not just iconic, it's like one of the most pivotal moments of like the entire series. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yet we're just it feels like he got like, I don't know. It feels like Matthew Lillard just like, you know, went outside, took a jog and came back and like he was like breathing real heavy, because you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they did show like each spring trap like
going
breaking into it, but it was supposed to be like he was taking it like a champ.
No, he really did not make it out to be like, you know.
It's like he was going through a bad piercing. That's That's what I can best describe it as.
It just doesn't feel like that he's in all that much pain. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like in the
No.
game, even if like we only see the death animation inside like that's Hari style, right? They really do emulate how fucking bad of a death this is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Yeah, like
Shop all the
Shop
blood
said it was
spewing
supposed
out.
to be the most gruesome and horrific thing to see.
No, like blood spewing all over the place. William Afton was literally stabbed in like every possible place you could be stabbed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like a gruesome, brutal, horrific death. It should not. You're right. It feels like he got like a bad piercing, and he's like kind of like, damn, this kind of sucks.
Yep.
But no,
Like,
it just,
oh man. And then he's like, I'll be back. I always come back. And it's like, what? This is the first time you're dying.
That's the thing.
What?
William, it's William Afton's phrase, right? That he always comes back, right? Because he always does come back, right?
Yeah.
Some way, shape,
Well,
or
and that's
form. But
and that's
you're
where
right.
like I understand you love the lore. Like you know all of most of that and everything. And that's where I can understand. They threw a lot of lore in this. And that's why people of the lore really loved it. I think they threw too much way too fast.
I think it's for me personally, that's just like if you go with the pace with the FNAF games in terms of lore, that's about as close as you're gonna get to the FNAF lore pace without like going absolutely sicko mode. I don't think it's great. It definitely could have gone better, but like I don't know, just you live with the lore for so long that you just kind of know how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the thing is like when you're trying to do movies, and especially like something like FNAF, you know, like you need to set yourself up for multiple movies because that is a franchise that you can definitely do that with.
I mean, hell, they are. So they have something here. It's just a matter of what the fuck are they gonna do now? Because there's a lot they could do for the next movie. And if the real way to fix this, right? One,
Yeah.
I would say is just go. I know it's going to be the second FNAF movie, but I want to go straight just to the third movie in terms of where we're going, right? In terms of storyline, and have
Okay.
Springtrap, William Afton's new undead persona, right? Have that be our main villain, right? And lean into the ending of the first movie when we see William Afton in his full glory, right? Going out, acting psychotic and everything, right?
Okay. I'm tracking. I like it.
And have him be like a slasher villain. You know what I'm saying? Just go around, chase. You know what I'm saying? Have him be
Like a Michael Myers.
yeah, have him be a psycho villain. You know what I'm saying? Let Matthew Lillard give him more screen time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only villain that I felt interested in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The animatronics,
I will.
I didn't feel were that threatening at all. You know what I'm saying?
No. And it would have even been pretty cool if, like, when they went into attack mode, that their body changed. Like, all of a sudden, all the parts are falling off them or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
I get you.
they could have done something like that. I think that would have made it a little better. It's there was just a lot of how did what their names put it when we were watching some other guys talk about this. It's 50% of the people loved it and 50% of the people were like, what the hell? But the majority of people, you know, it was confusing. And that's why, like, me and you, we've talked about it a few times and we were like, we should really do this on a live stream and talk about this, but let's give it some time to kind of really see. And we rewatched it, and for it being a PG-13 movie and their fan base that they were going for, I will say it was good. However, with
with what you had in mind, what you wanted going in.
Yeah, but like us, we started picking it apart. Like, okay, well, the writing didn't make sense. Like, the part where the one chick gets bit in half, but later on, that's the part that you see was the part that should have been completely destroyed. Was her upper torso, like that, like stuff like that. So, it was. I guess my rating on it would be, for their target audience and everything, I would give it a 7 out of 10.
But in terms
For me, with like the first parts of FNAF, I give this like a 3.
No, I think that's completely fair. I would say, with my bias in mind, and knowing what they're going for, I would say it's probably 7 out of 10 for me, right? Especially just because I walked out of that theater really happy, but the second time I watched it, and the more I stewed it over, you know what I'm saying, there's definitely problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I did not have that FNAF bias, if I did not have that bias as a fan, I would probably rate it a 3 as well.
Yeah. Now the other thing is what do you think? Do you think there should have been more kind of action scenes with the animatronics? Because there was like the whole movie was kind of boring to me a little bit with the character building of Mike.
I think there's 2 parts of me in it, right?
Okay.
One, I get why they have to develop Mike, right? Because Mike isn't a defined character in the FNAF, the game series, all that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
He's like he barely does it. He does a lot, but we don't get to see who he is as a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michael Afton's just a silent protagonist that we play as. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it does feel like they do go a little bit into the, like, I didn't go into the FNAF movie expecting to hear about, you know, the moral dilemmas of what's it called, of child services. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I just didn't really. I didn't go into the movie wanting to know like every single little bit about Michael's life, right?
Yeah. Oh, I will say, I can't remember her name, but the aunt, the actress who plays the aunt, she does such a good evil step aunt.
Oh no, she does.
The nicest way I can put that.
That's probably the nicest way you could put it, but she really does do like the best. Like, yeah, I'm an evil.
She was great.
I'm an evil aunt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just kind of. There was a lot of kind of like, what is happening? Like, this is supposed to be a FNAF movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
the biggest part for me that I found divisive for me, right?
Okay.
And I would say, unfortunately, it's probably gonna have to be the fourth scene as well. I get what they're going for, right? I get what they're going for in terms of, yeah, these are kids inside the animatronics, right?
Yeah.
A fact that's very much forgotten about by a lot of FNAF fans, right? So at the beginning of this series all began with the fact of a serial killer stuffing children's bodies inside of animatronics. Now they possess it, right?
Yep.
So, like, of course, like, the animatronics are going to act like kids a lot of the time, right? But my big thing with it is, right? I don't mind having the animatronics act like kids because there's kids in there, right? My big thing with it is, please, for the love of God, don't do it with them. Like, it kind of just took away all the tension with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like all the these are supposed to be terrifying animatronics. Like,
It's
what?
like let me do it like this. Like imagine if you had Michael Myers, right? Big threatening dude, killing everyone, right?
Okay.
But then he just like I don't know, in the middle of the movie, just like starts like a dance contest with the protagonists of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, what? I mean, that's like something that you would see in the parody movies.
Mm-hmm. Now it just feels like, okay, why are we even threatened by him at this point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel like if they would have actually, like, made an actual horror movie, they would have done a lot more. They would have done a lot better in the box office.
No, that just kind of... It just...
Because there definitely wouldn't have been a scene like that.
That's the thing. Like,
I mean,
like I don't mind them acting like kids, right? Like, just have them like I don't know, like childishly kill someone or something like that. I'm pulling from. You get what I'm saying here. Just something.
yeah, but have it do it with themselves.
That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, have them do it with themselves. Have them act like kids with
Like,
each
like
other.
I would have had them like during the break-in. Perfect scene. Just came up with it. They're like playing a game. Whoops, I hit my mic. Playing with each other and everything, and then the people break in and they stop what they're doing, like a stupid tea party or something, you know?
Yeah, just have them. Show that you know, like show what you're trying to go for. That there's still kids in there, right? But also keep the threat alive. That these things are also fucking killing people.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
they're friendly to each other. And then the other thing is, like, they wanted to take his sister and make her into them. And
that scene never really...
It's supposed to be Afton that does that, right? Like,
yeah, no. I mean, they do it because they're under Afton's orders, but that's, you know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
Not...
And what did you think about being kind of the whole controlled by pictures on a wall?
That part, I mean, William Afton never really controlled the kids in the game, so it's like, you know, I don't really have a good... Like, this is the first time anything like a concept like this was brought up. I mean, in terms of... They kind of hinted to it in the beginning of the movie, how, like, Abby, that's her name, Abby, right?
Oh, yeah. I think that's right.
Sister Abby is, like, always drawing all the time and everything, right? And her teacher's like, oh yeah, kids that age, they emulate like their thoughts, emotions, understanding through pictures in the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So like I understand what they're going for in terms of like, okay. It definitely could have been a lot more dumb if that makes sense.
Well, see, and my whole thing is with, you know, that, right? Like, the kids weren't stupid. The animatronic ghosts, like when he goes into his dreams and stuff and sees them, like they're devious little shits.
Yeah.
Like they had a mission and they weren't gonna stop. But they're controlled by pictures because they're immature at their age, even though, you know what I mean? Like it's
I get what you're saying here.
Like,
if I had my way about it, right? Personally, the way I would have it done, right? Is the kids don't know who was behind who was Springtrap, right? They just know some guy in a yellow rabbit suit killed them, right? That's all they know. And maybe have it so William is leading them on this entire time, right? Just like constantly manipulating them outside of the suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they don't know William is the guy who did them in. You know what I'm saying? Just have them slowly be led on by William, right? And when, I don't know, does William loses control of them? I don't know. The kids figure out the truth or whatever, right? And then he puts on the suit, and then that's what kills him in the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, just something like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's I mean, the other thing is like the original Five Nights at Freddy's games. Like I put those into like the terror and the category of like poppy playtime. You know, and if someone made a poppy playtime movie, which they could, and I would absolutely love to see it. But if they had these things being all sweet and innocent, I would delete the games
I get
off
it.
my channel.
I get
You know
it.
what I mean? Like,
It just feels like they forget the point of the series, the point. You know what I'm saying?
how it started. Like, I get it, you know, security breach is not that scary, not compared to the other ones. But however, it is more of a run around and do stuff with which I do like. But yeah, a lot of missed opportunities in the FNAF movie, and someone told me that they're thinking that since they did so well in the box office, that now they'll actually have the funds and the resources to make an actual horror movie of it for part 2.
I mean, the thing is, people can say budget, right?
Yeah.
I think people mix a big detail with a lot of people that say budget of the movies is why movies are bad, right? And I'm not gonna say budget doesn't do a lot of movies in. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of movies that just get fucked over by budget and just, you know, it's fun.
Yeah, but there's a lot of B movies that just the way it was written and the story played out
that's
that
where I'm
made
going.
it just
That's where I'm going.
great.
Like, I don't know. For example, the first Saw movie, right?
Yeah.
A pretty good horror movie in all intents and terms, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed Saw. That concept was terrifying.
That first Saw movie, the budget for it was like, I think it wasn't much. It was only like a few million. You know what I'm saying? They filmed the entire movie in a single building. If that gives you an idea there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They did a whole lot with not much. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I feel
and
it just feels disappointing.
Yeah, and now I don't even watch them when they come out because I think they've just been overdone.
But yeah,
that's my personal opinion on those movies. But no, the first few Saws were great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, I'm not hating on people that enjoyed the movie, you know, because I know you really enjoyed it. You talked it up, and that's what it was like. Oh well, actually, I will actually finally go to a movie in theaters, and I will watch it. And then I came out with a very different opinion, because it's when I see and think Five Nights at Freddy, it's the first, like the original. And there's a lot of fan-made games out there, man, that are terrifying.
that's the thing here. That's the thing. I didn't want to talk about it because when people do bring it up, it feels like people are, and I kind of agree with what FNAF fans are saying here in terms of like, I guess let me just say it here. And I've talked to you about it, but the horror scene on YouTube, what they do with FNAF, right? Analog horror, VHS style horror, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck man. That's what I think of when I think FNAF in terms of what the horror should be, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like fans know what FNAF was, you know what I'm saying? The fans that grew up with FNAF, the old generation of FNAF, starting with FNAF 1, right?
Okay.
They knew what made FNAF FNAF, right? The horror of it all, the like essentially the Greek tragedy of these children, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And these series on YouTube really do feel like that, like they care about it and they know why FNAF fans watch it. And people eat up these series on YouTube because it's good, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But instead we get like kind of like a like the most family-friendly horror movie you could ever make, and it's just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying like do like blood, gore, like crazy shit all over the place, you know what I'm saying?
I'd be okay with it.
I'd be okay with it, but people when people hear people saying this, right? That's what they think, that like we just want blood, gore, violence all over the place, right? No.
Well, so the main reason why I'd want to see like a mangled body is because you never see that in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's always your imagination. Like, man, how bad would they have actually like messed me up? And then having the visuals.
Like, I want to see.
They tried with the whole one bite and you're bit in half, which honestly was kind of dumb.
It shocked me because the movie like did not show like anyone getting killed in terms of like, it didn't shock me in terms of how bad it was. No, I thought it was but I was just shocked in terms of like, oh, we've been just like going off screen whenever someone dies, and then like, you know, just show us getting. I mean, like they didn't show us; they showed a shadow. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like there was just so much like
untapped missed potential.
Yes, and you know, it's like with all the backstory stuff with Mike, you know, one of the things that I think you compared it to was when we were talking is like the Transformers movies. We're going there and with Transformers, I'm saying, like, you're going there to watch robots fight other robots.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a crap about the human aspect.
Mm-hmm.
5 Nights at Freddy does have a human in the game, so there is some stuff, but they did not need to go way in depth with Mike and his tragic story, and it's.
I feel like there's two parts of me again. I kind of said it, but like there's two parts of me. One that just wants to say like, I mean, like Mike's like a kind of blank slate character that didn't really need to be characterized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the same time, it gets you to relate to him.
We need a main character. We need a main character. You know what I'm saying?
But who in their right mind would be like, oh, there's ghosts controlling animatronics,
and just like go to sleep? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I would quit my job.
Yeah. Straight up, if I hear that, oh yeah, ghost children are haunting the animatronics, and I see them, it's not just like people saying it, like I see them moving around and everything like that, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you're a cop and you know that these are the murdered children of your father.
Yeah. And you're just not arresting them. That's the biggest thing with Vanessa. She's a cop, right?
The only cop in that town. But I want to add.
Yeah, no, it's just a bit strange.
It's like Deadpool. You know, it's like, oh, you know that scene where he's at the mansion, and he's like, oh, it's like the studio couldn't afford more X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't afford more back roll characters. So if you need one, hit me up. I will come and be a background character.
My big thing with Vanessa, right? I feel like they didn't do enough with her character at all in terms of like for example, right? She's a cop, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And she knows that her dad is a serial killer, right? Maybe do something with that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe make the reason why Vanessa's a cop is because her dad's a serial killer, right? Like she wants to bring some justice to him or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just,
well, there should be no love lost. I mean, he stabbed her.
Yeah. It just feels
just a lot of missed opportunities.
It just feels like Vanessa's a cop, so the entire reason why Vanessa's a cop is so that she has a good reason to knock on a door at a pizzeria at like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So she can enter the movie. I don't know.
Well, she was, and then when she threw his pills, I was like, what? Like, you're what?
Like he actually needs those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're prescribed. They're prescription meds, and you're just literally, dude, like, what is that? A felony? But it's alright. She's protecting a killer, so I guess laws aren't exactly like she gives a shit about them.
It just feels like
she was all over the place, and I don't blame the actress for that. That's 100% believe is the writing.
It really is just a writing issue. I mean, it's
they kind of did her dirty on that.
It just feels it. Vanessa's an important character, right?
Yeah.
And not just in the movie, just in the series in general right now, right? I just feel like, again, it just feels like she just, like the rest of the movie in general, she's a lot of missed potential, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't know, just give us more, I mean, I don't want to say more time with her, because she's in the movie a lot, you know what I'm saying? But make that time different, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's a scene that completely, like, I don't know, recontextualizes the fort scene, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And hear me out here. My thought process is, right? Maybe have Vanessa, like, initially, like, play along, like, as she does in the movie, right? But then, when she says, oh yeah, let me grab, like, I don't know, it was like, I don't know, something from the back, right? I think it was like a tablecloth or whatever, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Have her start freaking the fuck out and telling Mike, listen, we gotta play the fuck along or else Abby's dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't just drag her out, you know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna kill us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just have her...
Yeah, well, and you're not safe anywhere because the animatronics can show up where you live.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, just, like, play along right now, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, make it seem like the animatronics are a threat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it just recontextualize that entire fort scene in the minds of the audience. It doesn't have to be for Abby. Abby can still believe that they're friendly to her. But you get what I'm saying here, right? I think just a little touch like that would have helped, not just Vanessa, but the movie in general, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, have Vanessa know that, oh yeah, like, I mean, she stated that she's been going to the pizzeria a while now, you know what I'm saying? She's been going there, like, looking over the place and everything, right?
Yep.
Have her go in with the mind that these are, like, that she knows that these are, like, murder machines, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, these are, you know, stuff that we should be...
Isn't stuff that we should be
building forts with.
And if you really want the fort scene, just, like, recontextualize it. Make it so, like, oh yeah, we have to play along or else we're fucking dead, you know what I'm saying?
See, I don't even know. I think the fort scene should have just been completely nixed. Because the whole concept, even in the newer games, the only one, like, security breach, the only one that was friendly was Freddy. Everyone else, if they would chase you and try to kill you. So the whole fort scene, I honestly just think that was just a slap in the face.
It just feels like...
It was like...
They took the entire threat out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? We still have the back of the mind that William Afton's a character that exists, right? But we don't really... We don't have that for the entire movie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, and, like, if you wanted any of them to be kind of friendly and you wanted to kind of mash, like, where your games are at now versus in the beginning of FNAF, you could have made Freddy come to him in his dream state, I guess, and be like, hey, look, I want to help you because I know you love your sister, But the others want to.
The others want you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna kill you, and I'm gonna have to go along with it. So I'm willing to help you, but you got to do this and this for me or something. You know. However, I mean, I just spitballed that, and it took me what 3 seconds to come up. You know what I mean? Like, when you got writers and the game creator, like, it's where it's. When someone told me that. As when you told me that the creator actually was part of this, I have just such a hard time believing that, because like your games are so good. There's so much lore, and then where the hell did you go with this?
Yeah, no, where it just feels like, why the hell? How did the hell did this get generated from your mind when we've seen
like
what your mind can create?
Like if you made a half-ass game that. For the next continuation of a Five Nights at Freddy game, like, people would be pissed.
People would be. It would just feel I feel like this is their one real time of getting away with it, and this was definitely more of a, okay, we're gonna release it and see how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now that
that's
like, now they don't have any excuses in terms of like budget in terms or something like that. They know this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can have all the money in the world now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have no problems getting enough funds to and approval stuff to do it, but you're not gonna. This was like almost like a serious movie, yet a parody.
That's the thing. It just sometimes it really does feel like, okay, they're trying here. You know what I'm saying? They have
like
have
with
an
her,
idea.
like with her character, like coming, like actually thinking about it. It's like, man, did I just get done watching Scary Movie 3?
Imagine just walking out of the Fnaf movie thinking Scary Movie 3.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on it so bad, it's too hard, but it's hard not to
when you have an idea what it could be.
Well, not only that, but just the confusing stuff with your characters. Like, you shouldn't make it easy.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you know, like, it's just do better. Do better in the second one. Like, even if you're gonna keep it PG-13, work on your writing and actually, like, think things through. Like, if you're gonna have the top half of someone get crushed and ripped off and everything, let's not show that as the part that they find.
Yeah, no, have it just be the legs or something like that. Or, you know, if you really need the top half, just, like, you know, have the top half be the one, I don't know.
Yeah, and then the whole chase scene, like, the chase scene with Foxy was just disappointing. I was so mad about that. And I guess it happened so fast, but I actually had to watch someone talk about it. And they brought up that Foxy actually didn't even run. Like, if you go frame, he broke it down frame for frame.
Oh yeah, he just teleports.
Foxy teleports to him, and it's like, why?
Like,
why
the
would
one
you
big
do
thing.
This?
The one big thing with Foxy, right, is that he runs at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Show us that he just fucking starts legging it at you. You know what I'm saying?
Just and make it terrifying.
I don't know, like, maybe, like, make it so like he's like an unstoppable force. You know what I'm saying? Like, like whatever someone throws at him just like bounces off, and he's like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like those kitchen metal racks that hold utensils and stuff, and like he's trying to run and he knocks that down, and
yeah,
Foxy don't even give a shit. It just runs, crushes it right, like.
Just like have him be like an unstoppable machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But at the same time, like, he got away from Foxy. Technically, he didn't, but
somehow
he survived, which is kind of like, okay, what? And then he wakes up, and the Vanessa is her name, right?
Yeah, Vanessa.
Yeah, she's taking care of him, and it's like, what? How did? So how the hell, if the animatronics can leave the building and go kill the evil step-aunt and kidnap your sister, that they can't walk out the door because apparently you passed the fuck out?
Yeah, no, like
right outside the door.
Like Mike, in all intents and purposes, should have, you know, died.
He should have been dead.
Like, I get it, you need Mike alive so that the rest of the movie can occur.
Like, even if it would have been like, you want the chase scene, have him look at the camera and just see Foxy bolting.
Just have him.
And he's like, oh, I gotta slam the door or something. Like, then you get that aspect of Five Nights at Freddy.
Just give us like that little touch of like, yeah, no, Foxy's like gonna run.
Like, show some love to the original fans. Where you started.
Because like,
yeah,
no, it just, the Foxy is just like the animatronics in general, in terms of how they act, I do like in terms of that. Weirdly enough, I don't know. Foxy does have the highest body count, which, I mean, okay, I can.
It's Foxy.
Yeah, no, I can live with that. That's pretty. I'd accept that. Yes.
Yeah.
I like how Chica just throws her cupcake at everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the cupcake can move on its own.
Yeah, but like she just like fucking just goes, "Go, my child, kill."
Yeah.
I can enjoy that.
No, yeah, I know it wasn't. Overall, I'll probably wind up buying it, but it's mainly gonna be just because of the name.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like something Halloween. It's like, oh yeah, man, we should watch Five Nights at Freddy. It's not gonna be anything.
We're gonna watch
whenever you be open.
We're probably gonna watch it one day because we're all just gonna be like, oh yeah, let's. Well, I don't know, random movie. Put it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be something that's like, you know, I don't know. It just feels disappointing.
Yeah.
But also, like, I get where they're going. I said I did like this movie, and I do still like this movie. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean I don't have a lot of problems with it.
Well, and that's completely fine. There's a lot of people that like the movie, and that's completely fine. This is just our opinions, and you know, we're nobodies, so like, just do you. It's just I thought it could have been a lot better. Should have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But on that note, we should probably make sure we do our final thoughts, because we have been talking about it now for a little over an hour, and we have some big, long conversations coming up over One Piece live action versus the anime.
Oh yeah. I guess just one finishing thought with FNAF before we go forward. Deep down, I just gotta say we gotta wait for the second movie. But that's really where I feel like it's gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. You had your freebie to see how it would perform. You had that. Now it's time to start putting some real effort in.
You get this one freebie. But if you mess up again, it's not really gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be a whole lot saving you there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you mess up, you better just call Markiplier and have him help you make the movie.
Just have him do the work, because we know that he would be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was like disappointed that he couldn't make it into that movie.
No, he was
like,
sad.
Be part of it. He fucking loves Five Nights.
I mean, we call him King of FNAF for a reason. He does care about the series. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not just like a cash cow that he's like.
I would really love to know his thoughts on the movie.
I don't think
Like,
he's given
honest
out
to
his
God
thoughts.
thoughts. Huh?
Has he given out his thoughts on the movie yet?
I don't think he has. The only thing I've seen him is saying that he wishes he would have been able to make time to be in it. But he was making Iron Lung, which I cannot wait for that movie
Yeah, no,
to come out.
That would be insane.
But yeah, no, I agree. Gotta wait for the second movie. My overall that I'm gonna stick with, in my opinion, not for what they were aiming at, but just my opinion, the movie is a 3. And it's a 3 because of how well the animatronics looked.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
And you?
I would say, final thoughts. As a Fnaf fan, 7. Looking at it as a movie, I mean, not great. Not great, probably a 5.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
That's just me going, like, if I had to, like, look at it objectively. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
But looking at it as a fan, that a 7 is where I'd go. But yeah, I guess we'll move on from there.
Yeah, I gotta give me a couple minutes because I gotta switch everything over to One Piece.
Gotcha.
Hopefully I don't have to end my stream in order to do this.
You shouldn't have to end your stream. I'm not even gonna just end the stream. I'm just considering this as a combination stream.
Why? Okay. Is this seriously not gonna let me? Doesn't even make sense. Oh, I don't want
Oh man. No, sorry, I'm playing Elden Ring in the background. Yeah, I already told you.
Oh, you're good. There we go. No. Boom. I think we're good. I think I got
I'll
it.
turn Elden Ring down in a second.
What's that?
Nothing. Shop is saying I should turn down Elden Ring. And he is right. It's a little loud.
All right. Yeah. My editor's gonna have a hard time editing this one.
Yeah, that'll be a. I don't wish to be there right now.
No. All right. Oh yeah, we actually this one we actually took some notes on.
This one, One Piece, we definitely do share a similar opinion on, I believe.
Yeah.
We both came out of it feeling the same. And that was that we feel good, we feel hopeful, but we need to wait for the second season. That's really what it is. We feel there's a lot that could have been done better, a lot that just weird why they did it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go into it. Is that about where we stand here?
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready, because I'm good to go.
I'm good.
All right. So, One Piece live action versus the anime. I gotta say, first, right off the bat, I enjoyed the live action. I thought it was good. There are some things that we caught
That are just
that kind of weird,
just a little strange.
but
we walked out feeling good. Walked out feeling pretty okay.
yeah. So, One Piece, for people that don't know, this is supposed to be like a whole different type of adventure in a way. Like, it's supposed to make you feel like that. Because it does not really follow the anime.
I mean, it follows the anime's general steps. We go to the same places. But
the general basis, but some fights don't happen. Things happen very differently. Different partnerships team up. Like, it's a little weird, but
we get an entirely different storyline that we just didn't have, which we can go into more.
The only thing that kind of bothers me with this is it's so fast paced, but it has to be. It's a TV show.
It's a TV show, and it's only got 8 episodes. I get it. That's just what their episode limit was, and they had to just rush it.
Yeah, I wish they would make seasons. Like the whole, like a TV show. 20 plus episodes a year. Like, there's definitely enough content to make One Piece do that very easily for many, many, many years.
No, there's more than enough One Piece content to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And some of the stuff that we've talked about was the stretching. Luffy's attacks. I thought they did very well. I wish there was more than what they did.
Oh yeah, Shav, you've only watched the first 2 episodes. I mean, you did. If you've watched the anime, then I'm guessing it's not going to be spoilers for you. So, but we will be going over spoilers.
I've only seen a few episodes of One Piece. The last thing I remember was when he met with the long-nosed guy. Are you talking the anime or the live action? I would assume you're talking about the anime.
If you're talking about the anime, then it's got to be. If you're talking
it's Usopp.
It's got to be Usopp.
Yeah, it's Usopp. Anime. Okay. The anime is awesome. It does have its filler episodes that kind of like are, oh my god, okay, let's get back to the fighting. But it's not any worse than like Dragon Ball Z was.
Yeah, no,
but I will say, like, when I first watched the One Piece and they got into the fights and Luffy got serious, like, it was like sit up in your seat, like, okay, let's go. This is getting good. But it's I know there's a lot of controversy right now from what I've seen online with Zoro.
All right, so do we just want to dive into Zoro, or do we want to?
Oh, do we?
Let's go into Zoro.
We wrote our notes by episode. We wrote our stuff by episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right. So episode 1. I thought they should have done better with Gold Roger's
we're talking about One Piece.
execution.
Gold Roger's execution.
Because the intro to the anime, like the first season, was always his execution and him saying his thing. You want my treasure? Go and find it. And again, you're probably trying to make it a little more realistic in the live action, so I guess I can see that. But that was an iconic, like that's One Piece.
Yeah, it's this kind of. I mean, it's there. It's there. It happened, but it just feels like it just feels a little muted. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
And Garth was there, which is interesting.
Well, in the anime, I don't.
Garp wasn't there in
Garp
the anime.
was
I know that.
not there, but they were actually like Gold Roger trusted him,
Yeah, this is why he trusted him with Ace.
and was like, you're a man of honor
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and Garp hated the fact that he that he trusted him, but
I mean, he was
he
right.
honored, and he didn't think that Ace, should have been killed as a child just because of who his father was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get that one. All right, your next one.
I guess episode 1. Let me think here. I mean, episode 1 was good in terms of. I feel like they did a lot in terms of. A lot of it was pretty similar, bar like pretty much the same almost in terms of how they introduced the series, right? Kobe's still on that boat, on Alvida's boats. Luffy still just gets trapped in the barrel, and you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
which I know it's a small detail, but I'm glad they kept it in. I'm glad they didn't just have like Luffy like sneak on board of Alvida's ship or whatever, something dumb like that. Keep
Yeah.
a little bit of
No,
that comedy in the series, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I guess my number one starting complaint with the One Piece live action, it's got to be how the comedy is changed, or how I say the lack thereof of the comedy in a lot of different scenarios.
Yeah. Yes, I 100% agree with you. It's very sad.
One Piece, to me at the very least, in a way, is almost like Dragon Ball, not just almost, like, it's like Dragon Ball in terms of, like, Dragon Ball did start out as a comedy, and One Piece, like, pretty much the entirety of Romance Dawn, it's treated like a comedy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a serious, it's shonen comedy.
Yeah.
And Luffy can like never get hurt, like in the beginning.
Can't be shot, can't be.
So he just like, you can't touch this.
Yeah, no,
and he doesn't give a shit.
He's so strong, and Zoro's strong too, and both of them are just like, and like even Zoro's like a goofy ass character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he tries to be serious, but his real personality comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
think it's a good idea. So
I know in the what's that?
No, I'm just talking to chat here.
Oh, okay. One of the other thoughts that we had was his scar. I remember you brought this up when we watched it together.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I didn't really mind it until you pointed it out, and then I was like, you asshole. Like that. Now it's
all you can think of. No, I was. It just like, I mean, like it's pretty visible. It's not as bad as I thought up initially, because the lighting was real bad when they first tried to show it. You know what I'm saying?
episode 1 was a little rough with trying to see it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, like, his scar is like an important part of Luffy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was like, I show you I'm ready to be a pirate, Shanks, and
just stabs
his eye.
Yeah, just barely misses his eye, like fucking shit.
And that's why nobody trusts Luffy with weapons.
Yes, exactly.
Which is, and that's what I love about One Piece. This is, like, which that's in the anime, but like the Wano arc when he gets the sword and Zoro's getting mad at him for not knowing how to use it.
He just punches with the sword in his hand. Yeah, no.
And it's one of the oh my god, why can't I think of the name? It's one of the legendary swords, too. And Zoro's like, that's not how you use it. I like that type of comedy. I love. And it's just love about the anime.
And it's just missing. It just feels like, barring Luffy. Luffy and I guess Usopp, they took away like a lot of the comedy in the series, you know what I'm saying?
Oh no, they did with everybody.
They did it with
Especially
everyone.
with Zoro versus Sanji.
Hmm.
And that's with we're getting way too far ahead of ourselves. We're running. We're running. We're running.
I mean, it's fair enough. Like episode 1 isn't like I mean like it's interesting in terms of like they introduced the series, right?
Yeah.
But like they didn't do a whole lot in terms of changing things up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd say the main thing that they did change up was introducing Garp as like a more like prominent part of the beginning of the series. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that was kind of super confusing. But at the same time, like, it does make sense. You know, like, even in the anime, like, you know, you don't really find out until Garp, till, like, much later.
Yeah,
right?
No.
But, like, you would think that Garp, you know, like, would be, like, a straw hat, you say. And, like, going in and being like, if Luffy, you say, we must find this pirate.
We gotta find this. We gotta find this asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's just. But yeah, no. But the other thing is what was it? I've read somewhere that the budget was like 17 million per episode or something like that. I don't know how true that is, but the stretching effects I thought looked great. I just wish there was more.
That's my thing with it. Luffy, especially what did they fight Axe Hand Morgan in episode 2 or was it episode 1? I'm pretty sure it was episode 1, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was episode 1.
I think I mentioned I remember this, like going like, yeah, no, it just feels like he's using his stretching powers like off screen, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of Luffy's attacks are landing off screen, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. And hopefully the second season they get a little better with it. And I know it's hard. It's not an easy thing to take such a well done anime and turn it into a live action.
That's the thing. It's one of those things that just feels like, I'll be honest here, One Piece is like one of those shows I don't necessarily mind the idea of turning like an animated series into live action, right?
Yeah.
I think the idea with it that a lot of people don't realize is that some series are made animated for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're just made with that in mind, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I know they, Death Note. Death Note was trash.
Death Note was especially when I heard it was made by Netflix, I was feeling, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like really like, and that was a show that easily could have been done right.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I guess one that actually I could probably think that would be really hard would be like My Hero Academia.
My Hero.
All the CGI and everything you'd have to do.
It'd be a bit ridiculous.
For all the characters would be insane. Like that would probably. Hopefully they don't attempt it, but
it might be attempted.
One Piece. I could definitely tell where they've changed a lot of stuff, which we'll get to with later episodes and stuff. But the other thing that kind of irritated both of me and you was what was it?
Was it
the whole Shanks and Luffy, Devil Fruit, and the Barbarian, or not Barbarian, the Bandits scene.
Oh yeah, and that was he also ate the Devil Fruit in episode 1, right? He ate the gum fruit, right?
Yeah, the Devil Fruit I thought looked pretty good. It was a little plasticky.
That I remember saying that to you. It looked good. It just looked like a bit too plasticky, but I guess it is made of rubber, so I don't know.
Yeah. Either way, how he finds out that he ate it is he grabbed his hand
and it just stretched.
It stretched. And I was kind of upset with that because I understand you're trying to change the story and stuff, but keep the gold, keep the fantastic stuff. Like him freaking out and like picking Luffy up by his feet, trying to be like, get it out, and then Luffy's face hits the ground.
Yeah.
Like that would have been priceless to see that in the live action. The fight scenes with Shanks and the bandits I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
No, wait, there was one thing you complained about in that, and that was when the bandit. No, we haven't talked about Buggy yet, Shab. That's much later, and we trust me, I wrote down some good stuff over that.
We got some topic. We got some.
I found it. I found a fuck up that they did.
Oh yeah.
And I am very proud of finding that mistake.
I remember that.
So when they confront the bandits, right? And Shanks is like standing there and that dude points the gun at him and he's like, guns aren't for show or whatever. You need to know how to use it. And then
they
his
didn't include
crewmate
that, right?
just shoots him. Just blows the bandit away.
Yeah.
They didn't have that in the live action.
I remember
and that
that
scene, like, that showed that Shanks wasn't someone to like mess with.
Yeah, no, it showed that, like he understands the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He might be, let you pour a drink on him and stuff, but you go after his friends, you're done.
It just shows like how much on a different level he is, you know what I'm saying? He has a gun to his face and he's just going, guns aren't for that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're actually made to shoot. And he's like, what?
Just fires immediately. Just like why take that away? That's such a good scene, you know what I'm saying?
It is. It was iconic. And Carlos, that scene was just priceless. And they got rid of it. They didn't even have that in the live action. And that kind of disappoints me. I gotta mark this. We wrote so many notes down and we're jumping all over the place. Devil Fruit Book.
What was the one thing I didn't want to say?
Nami's fighting. That was a big one that you really appreciated.
I remember saying that. I appreciate that they gave Nami more time to actually fight, because she really does not fight all that much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not until... Honestly, she doesn't... I mean, she fights a couple times, but most of her fighting in the anime happens after the time skip. Mm-hmm. Because she gets the like, new upgraded climb attack and stuff.
But no, see, I'm glad they gave her just a little bit of extra... Like, just gave us something so that she actually know that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, here's one that me and you were both kind of shaking our, like, scratching our head, like, what in the hell? What is this? How important the map to the Grand Line was.
Oh, yes.
Like,
that is always so fucking confusing to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, what? You got rid of our only map to the Grand Line? Like, the Marines are so upset about it. And it's like, what? How, what? What the fuck? You guys don't even need a map. You guys have the capabilities
to just enter via the red line.
Enter the Calm Belt.
Yeah.
Like, what and then the Buggy wants that map so bad.
That map.
But yet he was on Gold Roger's ship through the whole Grand Line. Like, it doesn't make sense.
He should have known how to get there, right?
No shit.
Why does he need a map?
Like, I only sailed it for, like, however long, at least a couple years.
Like, he should know, right? I'm not...
It's like, oh, once Gold Roger passed away and everything, right? Like, the Grand Line and Earth changed, and magically there's a new way to get to the Grand Line. Like, it just didn't make sense.
That's gotta be it, right? Like there's no like because the red because like you go up Red Mountain, right? That's the way. It's very much known by like most people. Like, oh yeah, that's the entrance to the Grand Line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shav, I can't wait to see her weapon either.
Reverse Mountain. My bad.
In the anime or live action, it's gonna be interesting.
No, her
Hopefully they do it right.
Her clean attack is gonna be. It's got to be done. It's got to be done well.
Yeah. Okay. I would assume you're not looking at your notes.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking at my notes. I'm sorry.
So we took notes so we could do this, right? And we're just like,
I'm not a good note taker. Okay, I've never been. My notes are very general, like to the point where I'm just.
I'm
like,
not good at taking notes, even though like I love school and math and everything.
Shut. Okay, listen.
Like, no, don't even. When I first met you, we were in VR chat, and you were sitting there with one of those pens, writing out like equations for fun, like astrophysics type stuff, because it's.
It was not astrophysics stuff. It was just some basic calculus. Very, very basic calculus.
Either way. I don't like taking notes.
I just don't like taking notes, okay? I can attest to that. You look at my notebooks, I do like the most like general fucking note taking you could ever experience. It's like here's how to do this. And then it's just that written down with no like flavor text, no nothing.
Taking notes is like tutorials when you start up a new game. You don't need them. And then later on, you're like, I should have. How do I do this?
It's just
ridiculous. It would make sense if everyone is forced to forget how to get there by some magical power. Yeah. But they didn't explain that. They did not explain that.
I mean, like
Kobe's character, I thought they did a fantastic job.
I think they did good.
To be quite honest, like he had the big Coke glasses, Coke bottle glasses, or whatever.
They made him feel just
very
as awkward.
Timid.
Yeah. Make him feel just as timid, just as awkward, just as They did everything they could with him, and I feel that they did a great job with him.
Yeah, I don't think they did as well with oh my god, Morgan's son,
Helmeppo.
Yeah, I don't think they did near as good with him. But at the same time, like he also had a lot more screen time than in the anime.
Yeah.
In the beginning, so But yeah, no, it's not very goofy. I think we kind of talked about that.
I mean,
like
it isn't. They really did lean into that.
It is way more serious than I was expecting it to be. They still try, and that's what's kind of hard. Like, if you get rid of the goofiness, like Luffy's character seems out of place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Luffy does feel like with how serious the rest of the world is, right? Luffy's character, who is still like a goofy character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He definitely does feel like a little out of place. Not out of place, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not talking like versus the rest of the world. I'm just talking like in his own crew.
That's what I mean. Like, just not just the world, but like, against his crewmates. Like, the only other crewmate that even matches, like, gets close to matching his energy is Usopp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is why...
Chopper. I think Chopper can.
I'm talking in
that's
live
like
action when we meet all. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and even that's a stretch.
It's a stretch, but like Usopp definitely does feel like. I don't know. We had a little bit of what we were missing here in terms of like having someone wacky to have Luffy bounce off of. You know what I'm saying? Because the entirety of the first like 2 episodes, first 3, Usopp's introduced in episode 3, right? Pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like up until then, Usopp, Luffy's just like, yeah, no, I'm like this like very goofy character, right? And then I have my 2 crewmates who are like hyper serious most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Zoro's especially like the biggest criminal of this. Like I get that Nami's like trying not to be, because at this point she's just trying to sucker Luffy and Zoro, right?
Yeah.
But like, it just feels like Zoro does not match his energy in the show, in the anime, and Luffy just kind of feels out of place in his crew. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess that's. And Zoro, like when he got introduced, like Mr. Seven's death from Baroque Works, like Zoro cut him into pieces.
Yeah, which I am
I was not expecting that.
I'm happy for that they remember that, because I mean they do have the creator of One Piece, Oda, on the show, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad that he did remember that. Yeah, no, Zoro was actually straight up just killing people before he joined Luffy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Well, he was feared. He was the pirate hunter.
He was a pirate hunter, like pirate demon. You know what I'm saying? He was not known as like a friendly foo-foo character. You know what I'm saying?
No. But speaking of him being like that, Zoro gets his ass kicked way too easily in the live action, which I think is like an insult to the anime.
Yeah.
Like who we love. Because like he gets knocked out with a bottle, for Christ's sakes.
Bottle, and he gets he gets like it feels like a lot of fights take a lot more effort than they should for him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. He struggles. He struggles pretty hard.
Which is a big problem I have with a lot of this. With not just Zoro, but like Luffy, Zoro, even Sanji to some degree. Like all three of these characters when they're introduced, right? They are pretty much capable of defeating like anyone they meet. You know what I'm saying? Sanji to a lesser extent, because Sanji enters right about when
shit starts getting real.
Yeah. But like,
oh no, in the anime, not even to that point. I mean,
Arlong was kind of when they got real, but it wasn't. You get what I'm saying there. It wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Arlong.
We'll talk about Arlong in a bit. Any other notes about episode 1?
Oh, well, if someone could look at their notes, then he would know.
Well,
yeah, I'm calling you out on your shit. We literally did this together.
I remember, but I was focused on watching the show.
No, that's it for episode 1. Episode 2.
Episode 2, Buggy, right?
No. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Buggy.
Buggy was episode 2. I remember that.
Yeah. Buggy is episode 2. All right, Shav, we're gonna be talking about Buggy, but first thing I want to point out that I am upset with over Luffy's character is he wears shoes. I want to make that very clear. I was very upset about that.
This is when we noticed that Luffy was wearing shoes, and it's like, why? Why did they? It just it's it doesn't do anything to his character, right? Technically,
not yet, but it will. When Gear 4 gets introduced, because he literally on Whole Cake Island, he takes his fucking sandals off.
Yeah.
To fight. I don't know why I noticed stupid shit like that, but I noticed.
No, that's fair.
Sorry, I just wanted to make that very clear that I was upset. Yeah, he wears shoes.
It's just
normal shoes.
It's just one of those things that feels like, why did they change it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was it really that hard to get sandals? You know what I'm saying?
Just wooden sandals. That's what Luffy wore.
That's the thing. Like, it's not like it's an expensive prop or whatever. It's sandals.
No. No. So in the anime, he wears like the samurai, like wooden sandal type things, I guess, is what I would say.
Yeah.
But in this one, he actually wears shoes, which was kind of upsetting.
It's a bit like, it's just one of those things that, I mean, we talked about it a lot, right? It's just
we did. I was very upset. I want to be very clear on this. I was very upset.
We talked about this type of change a lot. We just noticed very small, weird things that they changed to something else. And it's just like, why did you change it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, like, Luffy could walk on anything. He's rubber.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was zero reason. Like, I don't know. I didn't understand it. I do appreciate, and you actually pointed this out. You actually like the fact that, like, they change clothes a lot.
Yes, it's a thing that's not talked about a lot with One Piece, but they don't wear the same clothes in every single arc. It makes them, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
yeah.
It allows the characters to feel a little more, like they have
human.
Yeah.
Like not like a cartoon, like, or an anime, but like real.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It just feels like, oh yeah, no, I'm not just, I don't wear the same. I don't have a closet filled with the exact same T-shirt, pants, and shoes and socks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have an inventory.
Yeah. Also, speaking of episode 2, I want to emphasize the sea, how well, like, spectacular they did with the Sea King.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. I thought that was pristine.
Mm-hmm. That was like quite literally one of the best CGI scenes I've seen in a long time. Just that Sea King looking, it looks fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though I guess bringing up the Sea King, it does bring up my slight problem with the Sea King thing, and it's not with the Sea King, it's surprising enough with Shanks. Yeah, I remember we talked about that. It feels like Shanks' actor just didn't really get, like, I don't know, direction, I guess, because it feels like he says get lost. He says the same thing Shanks says, right?
Yeah, but it's just
like,
I don't know how they're emphasized, how well they're gonna do with the Conqueror spirit hockey.
Mm-hmm.
But they better do something, because it can't be like that. That was the only thing I didn't like about that scene, is he's just like, get lost.
It doesn't feel like he had any force behind him saying it. You know what I'm saying? In the anime, he says it, and you feel like yourself, like, fuck.
You're like, okay, what the hell did he just do?
Mm-hmm. You feel like there's, like, a command behind it. So it's like a command that creature just cannot disobey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, oh shit, this guy's gonna kill me if I don't get lost.
Mm-hmm. Versus the live action, where it just feels like, get lost. You know what I'm saying? Just like joking around with your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see. Zoro still doesn't actually feel like he's part of the crew by episode 2.
I mean, he literally states that I'm not a part of your crew yet. It just
doesn't make sense.
They were supposed to emulate Roger and Rayleigh, where, like, Roger's just like, oh yeah, no, like, just come on my little dinghy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, Zoro swore his allegiance to him, like, right away in the anime. Mm-hmm. Like, he kind of got suckered into it.
But also, I mean, he was pretty chill with Luffy. It wasn't really.
He was, because he's like, you are a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Because Luffy's like, either you join my crew or I leave you here.
It's like, well, that's a hell of a choice, huh?
Like, he didn't have a choice. But, he swore his allegiance, like, right there.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even happen, I think, until the very last episode, pretty much, of the live action.
Oh, there was one thing I did want to say. And
Okay.
the last he swears his allegiance to Luffy when he gets when he gets beaten by Mihawk, I believe.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
But no, with one thing with Zoro. And this is my big thing with it. And I get he doesn't use it too much in the beginning of the series, right? But he does use it often enough. It feels like he doesn't use three sword style like at all
Ever?
like throughout the live action, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And I get it because he can't have like the actor obviously can't talk with a sword in his mouth, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, but who cares? That's not. We don't care about that. We want to see the three sword style. I mean,
Yeah, no,
that's
I want
what
three-
Zoro is.
I want more three sword style, you know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah, because I
feels-
think he only did it once, didn't he?
he did it twice. I think he used it once against Axehand Morgan, and then he used it against Mihawk, and then he loses.
Yeah,
his
yeah,
swords.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because Mihawk destroys his sword.
Mhm.
Yeah. Buggy. Buggy was an interesting cast.
Yep.
They changed him a lot.
A buggy. Ooh. Continue.
This Buggy is like Heath Ledger Joker to me.
Yeah.
Like, he was deep and twisted.
Exactly. It felt like he was a lot more like. He felt a lot more of a threat than where he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely like definitely different.
My big thing with
Which
with
I do
Buggy-
like.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm interrupted.
No, I was just saying I do like how they did him with that change. Like,
They did a
but
good job.
it's gonna kind of, and they, I guess when Buggy gets forced to work with Arlong, which is weird and to begin with, but we'll talk about Arlong Park here in a little bit. He kind of went back to the anime style where he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you don't need me. Like, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm no threat. Like,
Yeah.
come on." So I think they did Buggy's character very well.
Buggy's character was pretty fun. My big thing with him, and I remember like the second I saw it, I paused the video. I paused the episode because I was like, I needed to say this now, right?
Yeah.
I never understood why Buggy was so after the Grand Line map. You know what I'm saying? Not just because he rightfully should know where to go, right? But it's that he has like an ambition to be the Pirate King. You know what I'm saying? Which correct me if I'm wrong.
Remember in the
Like,
beginning,
in the
he
beginning,
wanted to be king of the pirate
I don't think he did, right?
in the
He was-
anime. He just wanted to
He just wanted to
have
be
a
his,
nice, fun life and be rich.
He just wanted to be his big fish in a small pond scheme. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to
Yeah.
continue that, and Luffy just happened to,
Piss him off.
yeah. So it just felt like, why did you change up Buggy's character so goddamn much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, Shav. We'll talk about it here in a little bit when we talk about Arlong Park. But yes, Buggy is part of Arlong Park. When we get to that point. But yeah, no, I thought they did really well with him. He tortures Luffy,
Yeah.
which was very different. Which the anime, he does capture Luffy, but he doesn't torture him.
He just puts him.
Yeah,
in a
he has him in a
cage,
cage.
and then a buggy ball gets shot at.
Yeah, and which kind of is a little disappointing, I guess, with that because like there was the dog,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in the anime. Like that dog fought for everything for his owner
Yeah.
who passed away and saving, you know, the shop, the market or whatever.
It's supposed to kind of emulate like how far someone with like dreams and aspirations will go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
and it's also to show that to show to Nami that Luffy is like, you know, a good person. You know what I'm saying? And isn't just a pirate that's lying.
Well, they didn't reference a lot of stuff, and which, to me, to me personally, like my opinion on this is they shouldn't have changed some of the aspects. Like the way they're changing the story and rushing it, like I can get behind, but like just. The other thing that didn't make sense to me during the torture, right? He has Luffy in that water cage, right?
I remember.
And he's filling it up with water, and it's, you know, ocean water. So it's, you know, you can't swim, but it makes you weak.
Which is just
but
like
he was just in a shower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
guessing like it's not a thing in the anime, right? The characters get splashed with ocean water all the time that are devil fruit users. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Luffy in the most recent arc in Wano, like enters the whole fight covered, like absolutely like drenched in ocean water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, all it's supposed to do is take your ability to swim. The Sea Prism Stone, which is a concentrated
ocean does weaken you. That's why you can't swim, because you're just so drained.
But they had him like falling in like 3 inches of water and like.
No, I get it. That's what I'm trying to say here. Just like, I'm guessing there was a rule change to maybe make it like more consequent. My thing with it is, if you do want to make it so like touching ocean water does have just touching it has that effect on them, right?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's more a matter of be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's gonna get real old.
It's gonna get old, but
because like you're gonna get splashed by waves, and Luffy's useless. Like,
what, Michael?
I just ordered from the spaghetti downstairs.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that, Michaels. No, continue.
So that's why I wish they'd just keep that with how the anime was.
No, I wish it was the same as the anime. It just feels like sometimes like we literally see like Luffy in the like getting covered in ocean water, right?
Yeah.
And he's fine. Like in the show, you know what I'm saying? He gets splashed, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like just by like, you know, just waves or whatever, right? And he's fine, but the second it's like, you know, it's supposed to hurt all of a sudden and now it hurts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this isn't a
but
thing
you know,
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is what it is. It's not a super big deal, but it's a detail that I just can't quite understand.
No, that's just my thing with it. Just like, it's one of those things that it's just like, it's fine if you really want to change it, right? It's fine if you want to give devil fruit users a more prominent weakness to seawater, you know what I'm saying? But like, be consistent about it. Use it, you know what I'm saying? Don't just turn it off when you feel like it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it's inconvenient to you, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of Buggy, I will also admit his devil fruit, how they did him in that fight, beautiful.
Oh no,
Buggy's really emphasized the chop fruit.
Buggy's
they did fantastic with that.
Great. maybe made him a little more overpowered than how he is in the anime, because he can just straight up tank Luffy's punches. You know what I'm saying? And just go like, oh yeah, there goes my head. Here's it back. Here's it back again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, that does make sense. Also, that Zoro gets his ass kicked by him, but at the same time, like
that's like literally the worst.
Even Zoro says, like, how am I supposed to slice something that slices itself?
Yeah, no, like,
like I'm gonna be no help here. That's all he was saying.
Exactly. It's no fault of Zoro. It's literally just he has like the worst possible matchup you could possibly have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, it's terrible. Oh, that sucks so bad for him. But I mean, they did the fight really well, and this is the part that I caught. And we rewatched it like 4 times just to verify if I caught it and I was right.
And you were.
In the fight between Luffy and Buggy, Buggy is choking Luffy, right?
Yeah.
And Zoro and Nami come in, and they all start fighting and stuff. Well, Luffy chucks Buggy's hand
to Nami and puts it in a box.
To Nami, and Nami puts it in a chest. And then they start throwing all of his body parts in a chest. Well, and then all of a sudden, the only thing that's left is Mini Buggy, which was... I love that they kept Mini Buggy, because I think they had to. Like, they would have understood. They would have crossed a real big line if they wouldn't have.
Just end series if you don't include Mini Buggy. What the fuck?
Yeah, because I mean, there was like a whole, like, few filler episodes of Mini Buggy's,
like, whole like
or Small
escapades.
Buggy's adventures or whatever.
Yeah,
and stuff. But his hand, he had his hand, and the hand was the first thing that got put in the boxes, and I was like, wait a minute.
So
we rewatched it, and yes, he shouldn't have had his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But that is what it is. Also, Buggy's crew, the lion tamer dude, never really fights at all.
He's just there.
His crew is afraid of Buggy, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Interesting take on the character that Luffy, not Luffy, fucking Buggy was interpreted, not just by like the people he was subjugating, but his crew as like a legitimate, they viewed him like a fucking warlord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which he's your captain, but at the same time, like, Buggy was like, get him, man, all the time. Like, Buggy never wanted to fight.
Yeah,
unless he had to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a little disappointed. Like, the unicycle dude, there really wasn't even a fight there.
He just gets, knocked out, and then,
Yeah, and that's it, which was kind of odd.
And, that's another thing that I guess I would say that I kind of miss from the... not just kind of, I do miss from the anime, right? And I get it because you gotta speed up the pacing, right? But why are you taking away, like, so many fights that the characters are having from the show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Zoro is the swordsman, right? Basically the second strongest on the crew, you know what I'm saying? And you're just taking away his fights from him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's kind of the disappointing. There's definitely not as many fights as there should be versus the anime, which is kind of disappointing. And when there is fights, they don't last long. And I'm not expecting like a 20-minute fight.
But like, please,
until like we get into the archipelago, like right before the time skip, because then all of a sudden, like, they're fighting for their lives.
But like, please, just like extend the fights a little bit, make them.
All right, Carlos, see you later.
make him seem more like, I don't know, like for example, just like how do I describe it? I mean, here's an example of removing fights, which, granted, we haven't talked about the episode yet, but I guess I gotta bring up the point. What's his face? Octopus Fishman. I forget his name. Hachi.
Hachi.
He's just not there. They just take him out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's get into this because I have some major upsets with fucking how they did. Pretty much after episode 2, shit gets really weird in the live action.
Mm-hmm. Because I mean, do we have any more things on episode 2?
Chat. Oh yeah. Buggy's feet fly. That was another one that really irritated me.
Yeah, it's just like an interesting like, they just gave him that upgrade, huh? Just
yeah, like okay, well that wasn't a thing because that's why in Impel Down he could float, but his feet had to be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting.
It kind of gives him like a small buff to basically, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, your thoughts on Garp?
Oh yeah, Garp.
Because we talked about, I wrote down Garp's hat. I don't remember what we were talking about. I think it was something like they could have done a little better with his hat.
Oh yeah, his hat. It just felt like
That's what it was.
His hat. It was like
it's too flat.
It's like he has like a flat patch of just like a dog's head versus like
it's just a flat there because that's in the anime. It's like an actual like almost like a dog head on his head.
Yeah, no, he literally just has like a dog head.
And they made it look like a stocking cap in this one, and it looked weird, and I couldn't put my finger on why it looked different until it's like, oh yeah, in the anime it's actual like the dog's top jaw is the bill of the hat. In the anime, it's just a beanie.
Yeah, no, it's just a beanie with just like a little printout on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shav, I agree. I'm okay with Garp. He's a little on the smaller side than I would like to see, but in essence, I think they did pretty well with Garp.
Yeah, I think I think it's a matter of I wasn't happy with him going like when we started
getting introduced so early.
Not just getting introduced so early. I think it's just like the more you get into the the more you go into the episodes, right?
Yeah.
I get the feeling that Garp's actor got more and more direction as you got through the rest of the episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It started off as like he was. I mean, like you remember this. He was like quiet, very
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I had to remember what we were talking about when on these notes.
In episode 2 is when we first really get to like see this type of Garp. You know what I'm saying? Like how different.
Yeah,
Garp
and
is.
he is definitely very quiet. I forgot about that. Yeah, because in the anime, he's not quiet. He actually is like the way he talks. He would have been kicked out of the Marines. But they can't kick him out because he's the hero of the Marine Corps.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, to give an idea, I mean, like, Garp was literally introduced to the series by breaking through a brick wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do appreciate, with Shab, I'm sure you can agree with this as well. They did the meteor shower with him.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just grabs the cannonballs by hand and just starts chucking them.
Just chucking them. Like,
I greatly appreciated that. Because that felt like Garp.
Yeah. And that was the first time I felt like they did that, like oh yeah, I'm watching Garp and not,
Yeah. Yeah, he was very quiet, and you don't see the stuff with Garp and oh my god, why can't I think of his name? Kobe. You don't really see them, like, what they do. So I do appreciate a little bit more backstory
Yeah.
than what you do in the anime. Like, Garp was like, okay, you got some skills. Now,
But
how clever are you?
Yeah, no.
Like, training him. Like, literally training him. Like, his wits and stuff. So, I thought that was a nice touch. But I will admit, the only big thing that really... there are some things that I kind of tie into each other that upset me. But, like, Garp calls on... oh my god. What's his name? Oh, man, I hate...
Oh, Mihawk? Are you talking about when?
Mihawk. Yeah, he calls on Mihawk to... And Mihawk is already, like, decimating Don Creed.
Oh, yeah.
So the Don Creed fight at the Baratier never happens.
It's just gone.
Which me and you were pretty upset about because that was Luffy.
That was Luffy's
showing.
Moments. Yeah.
Like, this is a dude that I can follow.
Mhm.
And even Redleg
Zep.
says, like, our chore boy, I've met people like him before. They will die before they give up on their dreams.
Mhm.
Or, you know, stuff like that. So, yes, Luffy and Don Creed never fight.
Which is just such
Don
a...
Creed's crew, which is stupid because Don Creed's crewmate, the one that in the anime shows up at the Baratier, that happens.
Yeah, no, Jin gets...
That happens.
Jin gets there, and then he's just like, yeah, no, I'm the only one that survived. Which is just, I don't know.
But it also showed us, too, like, Luffy wasn't... The dude had a, like, coat, or a cape, whatever, that was filled with steel spikes, and Luffy still punched him.
Luffy punches him, punches through like oh yeah, he gasses up his armor talking about like, yeah, no, like I have like, you know, an armor made of like wool steel or something like that, like the best steel in the entire universe or whatever, right?
Yeah, and nobody dares touch me with this, and Luffy was just like,
just punches it anyway.
Smokes him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing, and that was super disappointing. But instead, guess who shows up at Baratier?
Mihawk.
Arlong.
Oh no, Arlong. Yeah, you're right. Arlong's.
And when that happened, I literally was like, okay, well, this is... What? This is different.
It's an interesting change. We'll put it like that.
Yeah, it was, yeah, that's a nice way to put it. But yeah, I will say the battleships look great.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
no, they really did emphasize you weren't just like marine ships or whatever. Nothing crazy about them though. They really just went in detail, like, oh yeah, these are fucking battleships. You know what I'm saying? They look clean. They look great.
Yeah, and Shop, I get it. You know, this is an adaptation. Things are different, and I am not discrediting that at all. I think I liked the live action, but there are things like when we get to Usopp, there are things I don't think you should change from the anime because of like that's how the crew became the crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
I guess we want to get into episode.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, we're done with episode 2. I mean, we're talking about all over the place,
episode,
but
yeah.
You know.
I guess let's focus on episode 3 here.
Syrup Village. You don't see shit of Syrup Village.
Yep, you barely even. It's like a passing thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you don't see the island. You know, because in the anime they're running all over the island, like all the time. But the biggest thing that upsets me is the Usopp pirates are not a thing.
They're gone. They erased our boys from history.
Yeah, and I don't. They could have done a 30-second clip of the kids that followed Usopp,
And I would have been happy
But-
with it, but no.
because that's why Usopp calls himself Captain Usopp,
Because
because the Usopp pirates are a thing.
they're just not there. Like, why they erased my boys? They erased him.
So I don't like the fact that they changed a lot with introducing the characters. And that kind of looks a little, to me, it's a little weird. And
It's
I'm not,
just-
I definitely didn't appreciate it. The Usopp Pirates are probably the one thing that I bitch about the most when we bring up
Yeah, no, it is.
One Piece live action.
No,
It really is.
You bring up the Usopp pirates, and it's like fucking. Which
Because
is fair.
it's-
It's
I mean-
fair. I get it. I
Your
completely-
biggest one was the Don Creed fight.
Yeah,
That one really upset you.
because it doesn't make sense. It's like such an important moment of the series for Luffy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why Sanji joins them.
Mm-hmm. I
No,
don't know.
I get it.
It's just moments that are just taken out that are just like, why? Why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's really surprising that they did it that way. Because I mean, I honestly don't see why. Like, what good was it to not have that?
I don't. Your guess is as good as fucking mine. I don't know.
I would really like to go to a Comic-Con or something and talk to the creator and be like, hey, like, I got a quick question. Like, why would you get rid of that?
Yeah, no.
Like, even though this is an adaptation, like, this is the main foundation of the characters that we all love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you get rid of the foundation, it's hard to connect the anime to and the love we have for the anime character to the live action.
Exactly. It's just weird. Whatever.
Yeah, Oda approves everything about the live action. Yeah, he's
really does
helping
approve.
create it.
My best way of looking at it is like, there's got to be like something that he changed up about it that makes it all make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the because like he created One Piece. He worked really hard on these characters for years.
Like these, like,
And to just throw the foundations away and everything, it baffles me.
like these moments, like small as they be, like Don Krieg is a fight that, like, you know, objectively speaking, it's like such like you know, so far back in the series that it's like, you know, the word the name Don Krieg is not like Luffy. You'd have to give like Luffy a recording of him fighting Don Krieg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the person who would remember Don Creed would have been Sanji.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, like, Sanji was just like, what, joined some random kid that just showed up and says he's a captain?
Yeah. No. Like.
Like, Luffy kicked Don Creed's ass in front of everybody at the Baratier and protected everybody and showed that he
He's
fucking
not,
has morals. He's honorable and shit. And he's someone worth trusting.
He's not just all talk. He's there. And you know what I'm saying? He is him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
I guess episode 3. We keep on focused on episode 4 here.
yeah, okay. The Going Merry look.
It's weird to me. I don't know. They kind of went with a more realistic look with like Going Mary's figurehead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made it just look like a.
There was
goat.
only one thing I didn't like about it.
What's that?
That the whole horns and the head were all white, and the horns in the anime were brown.
No, I get you there. I don't know, probably just a
And it's
detail. They
the
forgot.
reason why I'm so upset about that too is the Going Merry wasn't just a ship.
No, I'm
to them.
aware. I know it's family.
So,
you know what I'm saying? A crewmate.
Yeah. And if you've ever watched One Piece and actually loved the show, when they had to
And they had to
sink
leave.
the Mary and you didn't feel that,
If you didn't
you
cry,
are heartless.
I don't know.
You're
I just don't. I don't
you're
trust.
heartless.
I don't trust anyone that says they didn't shed a tear during that scene. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was so sad.
What else?
Meeting Kaya, they really changed the whole meeting Usopp stuff like completely.
They kind of did.
All
really.
like all the way around, because Usopp used to jump up in the tree to meet with her and everything, and that just isn't a thing.
Yeah, no, he just walks into the courtyard, you know, like.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
The
one thing.
Kool-Aid.
The weird ass.
I wrote down Kool-Aid because you were really upset about that. You bitched a lot.
The Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid.
Everything was blue.
Which part? Are talking about the stuff that Kuro fed to Kaya or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the poison stuff and everything. You were like, why is everything Kool-Aid? Or Powerade or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was something like that. It's more a matter of, like, you know, why the fuck is Kaya eating this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if my butler says it's good for me. I'm not looking at blue sludge and going. You know,
It looks delicious.
like that shit looks like something that you would like it's like a glue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paint. Just I don't know. Just something like a little weird thing. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, just have Kuro like have it so like, oh yeah, I'm poisoning the food, but like it's like a subtle poisoning, like, oh yeah, I'm putting poison in the mashed potatoes or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, there's... yeah.
Not blue sludge. I don't know. One Piece is a wacky series. I get that. It's just having
There
having
are
Kaya
just some
like
things that...
like an objectively like normal person in all intents and terms just go like, yeah, no, I'm cool eating blue sludge.
Yeah.
Thank you, butler of mine. It's just like
Yeah.
like what are you
Gross? Like, you don't question anything.
Yeah, no.
I was also really surprised that when they kill someone, they actually kill someone in the anime.
Yeah.
Because Mary, you know, her
Mary got attacked. and
most trusted, yeah, he got attacked and he's dead.
He's just dead. You know what I'm saying? In the anime, he came back. He was like, yeah, no, I was like, you know, I was very injured, but you know, I made it. But no, he's just dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He gone. That's all she wrote for Mary.
Oh, what else? Kuro. Unironically, I feel like a lot of the characters in this series, I feel they did a really good job with in terms of design. Kuro straight up looks like they just took him from like straight out of like the anime pages and just like on the.
Oh yeah, when he did, and the adjust the glasses.
Like it, yeah, they did their homework with Kuro. You know what I'm saying? He looks like Kuro. He like you know what I'm saying? He looks great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also think that they missed a really big opportunity to just show like how fucked up he was mentally.
No, that's that. I feel like they did miss out a little bit.
Because, like in the anime, you know, his old crew was coming. Live action, it's just him and the two cat brothers or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's a weird part that I never really because the whole plan of like for Kuro was like, yeah, no, I'm killing off like the entire fucking town, and along with Kaya, and just have myself be the sole survivor, so like no one can suspect that, you know, I'm behind all this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's having his crew come along, and they're gonna help him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but instead, that's not what they went with.
Yep, they just
Which was kind of weird, but it was a missed opportunity because, you know, like when he starts fighting, he actually started fighting his own crew.
Like it showed like how fucking heartless he actually was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't care about anybody but himself.
He literally just,
and that's, you know, Luffy was like, "They're your friends,"
and he was like, "Friends? What the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're a waste of space if they can't do what they're told. Pretty much, and Luffy got real upset about that.
No, I just love that. It's just like a little moment that was like wasted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, they didn't. His looks and everything. Yes, I will give you. They did their homework with him, with Kuro, but they did not do his legendary attack.
Oh yeah,
from the
he's
anime.
out of the bag. Out of the bag.
Yep, cat out of the bag. Yep,
cat out of the bag.
They did not do that, and I was really looking forward to that.
Like, why? Why remove like such a cool attack? You know what I'm saying?
Like when you seen him start, you know, doing the rocking the shoulders, like I was waiting for it in the live action. I was like, where is it? Like,
what, are they gonna do it eventually? You know what I'm saying?
They never did.
It just felt like I mean, just another missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the sad thing is when you're not gonna have people's main attacks, like their legendary shit. Are you gonna get rid of Luffy's? Are you gonna get rid of Zoro's?
Like how far are you willing to go here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you've already proven that you'll get rid of these people's attacks. Like, are we, when we get to bigger and better bad guys, are they not gonna have their attacks? Like, I'm nervous about that.
Like, if they eventually do get the Doflamingo, right? And they do him without the birdcage, I just don't know how that's gonna work.
I will probably stop watching it. Because the birdcage was the main threat.
Exactly.
Like, the threat.
Or, like, I don't know.
There was no escape. They had to find him. They had to fight. They had to. There was no other way around it. Zoro getting knocked out
just
and
like,
then thrown down the well. I was just like, are you serious right now? Like, shit, they kind of did him dirty.
They really
did
not
him
do
real
justice.
dirty. Yes, so Shav, oh yeah, the hypnotist.
Oh yeah,
Django.
Django's
not in it. He's not a thing.
Django just doesn't exist.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Yes, the arcs. That's what I was gonna say. So season 2 apparently is gonna be. What did you tell me, Lucky?
It's got to be just entirely of Alabasta, right?
Yes. Yeah, crocodile and stuff. Which that also means they are gonna introduce Ace.
Yep.
And if me and you talked about this one too, the War of the Best. If they fuck that up,
then we're done.
Delete live action off the internet, off every platform, and everybody needs to act like it never existed.
I told you specifically that I will recant like every single like opinion that I've said that's good about the show. I will be the show's #1 hater if they do the War of the Best wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. But there's a long way to go before that. I hope with the live action because there's Impel Down, there's Alabasta, like there's a lot. That's pretty much all I got. Oh, Arlong going after Bug. That doesn't make sense to me because Arlong will never work with a human besides Nami.
And Nami's out of just like he realizes that she's.
And he hates Nami.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not on friendly terms with Nami.
Like, but yeah, he makes Buggy help him.
Which I mean, granted, they did it in the best way they could have. Arlong like ask another human for help, and that just just literally forcing his head into a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I mean, granted, like I do appreciate that at least like they tried to keep Arlong in character in terms of like, yeah, no, I have to ask you for help, but I'm not, I'm not gonna be gentle about it.
Yeah, no, and that is fair. I'll give you that. And you already know
he did work on. They did keep him working with Marines because the Marines were bribing him. Shav did make a good point there.
Yeah, no, yeah, I see that. Yeah, but that was also so Arlong would be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was kind of
they weren't directly
something
working.
You had to do.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, there are aspects, but he wouldn't just be like willingly go work with another human.
Yeah. No, he would. He would absolutely need to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I liked how Arlong looked besides one major
glaring
thing.
issue. Just one glaring issue.
Yeah, just one that stands extremely short. Arlong is fucking huge, and I've listened to people be like, "Well, you can't expect them to find big people." Have you seen the size of some of these fucking wrestlers and shit? Like, there are big fucking people out there.
Exactly. Like I can imagine someone from the WWE that would fit like the exact
You don't even need the WWE. The dude they found that played Pennywise apparently he's super fucking tall. He's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Arlong was a shrimp in the live action, and I was upset about that because the thing that worries me. Well, Whitebeard is definitely that's I'm getting with that, Shav. Just give me a sec. If they're not worried about trying to keep size comparison, I'm extremely worried about Frankie, and Jean Bay, Whitebeard.
Whitebeard's a big at war.
Kuma. I'm so worried about the sizes of all these future characters and stuff, and I understand you're not gonna be able to do everything. Like I get that, but that's where CGI comes into play.
Use CGI.
And
they know how to use it.
And the other thing is like I understand like all this stuff costs money and shit. But if you're gonna just say fuck it, I don't care how much money you put into it, it's gonna kinda suck. Frankie was he wasn't that big, but they're gonna still he had big fucking forearms.
Yeah.
And the other, we won't even talk about Frankie because I got major concerns and very worries over that.
No, you got good worries that
Yeah, if they get rid of Super,
they
done.
get rid of cola as a fuel source. If he says that I run off oil or something like that, I will.
I'm done. Like I'll just rewatch the anime, the stuff that I love. But yeah, no, the size comparison and stuff, like they did emphasize the strength of the fishmen, which I do appreciate. But like you said earlier, Hachi wasn't in it, which doesn't make sense because Hachi plays such an important role later on in the anime from this point.
Like it's gonna take a lot of it's gonna take a lot of writing to fix that Hachi's not in there now. You know what I'm saying?
And I already bet you I know what they're gonna do. I'd be willing to put money on it right now on live stream.
All right, go for it.
He's gonna write it in as I left the Arlong Pirates because I didn't agree with how things were getting ran.
Yeah, I guess.
which is shit writing.
It's shit writing. Hachi being
That's what I mean.
Hachi
Like,
coming in
sorry.
later, but still like going like, yeah, no, I was there. I was a part of Arlong's crew, but I fucking regret it, right? I realized what
Yeah.
I did was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the whole reason on Fishman Island when they reconnect and he's being so helpful is because he's trying to make up
Make up for everything that he
for
did.
everything to
Nami.
Nami.
Yeah. He's such an important character because he's important to Nami's arc. You know what I'm saying?
And he also was a huge fight for
Zoro.
Zoro. Yet again, they took another iconic fight because 3-sword style took on 6-sword style.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, there's so many things that, and I know it's an adaptation. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But the stuff that we're talking about plays parts in later episodes.
There are so many little things that just like, yeah, no, like Hachi is gonna have to be written in because he's such an important character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just one of those characters that like he's so important to Fishman Island as an arc that he can't not be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can't tell me if you guys just wanted to CGI him and have the voice actor just voice over that. You can't tell me they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no, they would.
They're already contracted, for Christ's sakes, for One Piece. Like, they'd probably jump at that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. I guess on a side note with the fishmen in general, I do feel like the practical effects for the fishmen were pretty good, honestly. Makeup was done. I granted, some of them do feel a bit, you know, I guess the word fishy comes to mind. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. I'm done cold streaming with you at this point. Goodbye.
Just
Oh,
done.
man. I tell you what. If I wish we live streamed, like, even half of how we are in the Discord server because we talk so much shit. It's unbelievable. Like, this is toned down a lot because we're live.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh,
Episode
man.
3 was the last one I took notes on because
Oh,
I had to go to bed. I had to go to bed.
look who's not Mr. Note Taker anymore, huh?
I watched them all. Like, okay, so originally we were supposed to do this stream a while ago.
And then we just kind of
Okay,
both got busy.
I think I got sick.
Yeah.
I think I got sick, and and then just things didn't line up because of your personal life. You were going through trying to, you know, get some stuff or job stuff figured out.
Yep.
But anyway, so I already watched all these. We were supposed to live stream, I don't know, I think 2 days before this event happened, where I was like, "Hey, Lucky, have you watched them yet?" And he had a month. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I should probably do that, huh, before we live stream talking about it."
Okay, make it sound worse than it was, huh?
Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're technically
I'll
not
wait.
wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just, you know.
Don't call me on my shit, Cappy. So then we decided to watch it, and I tried staying up all night with him so we could watch it, and I couldn't. So he's like, "I'm just gonna finish off the series and stuff." I was like, "All right, well, I've already watched them, so."
Yeah.
But we're already there, talking about our long
Episode
part
4.
and stuff, because.
Yeah.
But I didn't like Hachi not being in it. Made zero sense. And yes, Shop, I understand. I do agree. If there was one who was going to leave the Arlong Pirates, that would be him. However, in the anime, you have to remember in the beginning, he was hardcore.
He
He was one of the top 3 officers. Because there was the dude that had the shoulder fins.
Shoulder
and then
fins.
the spitter
Yeah.
that Usopp fights, and then Hachi, who Zoro fights.
Mm-hmm.
And all three of those guys getting taken out, and all of a sudden, you know, like, especially, I think the one that he was most, Arlong was more like, I can't believe he took Hachi down. Like, Hachi was one of their strongest fighters, and he was like,
Yeah, no, he was just like,
oh,
fuck me. Okay, wow.
okay, well, these guys ain't playing around.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is like the fight, like, I love the anime when, and Lucky, if you want to talk, you can say something, man. Like,
I'm
I don't need to
letting you
talk through everything.
I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk. You get your points to say.
But
I've been interrupting.
one of the things that I think we all loved about the beginning of the fight scenes is Luffy walking in there and being like, "Are you Arlong? I'm here to kick your ass," and just sucker punches him and throws him into the fucking adjacent wall across the pool yard.
And that's just that wasn't there, right? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. They just
No.
he just goes like, "Oh yeah, are you Arlong?" No. He doesn't even say like are you Arlong? They just go inside the map room and Arlong just happens to be there.
Yep. Which was kind of disappointing.
Not just disappointing.
Yeah.
Just why? Again, it's like just small changes that like don't need to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was already
Wasn't
as it is.
one of your pet peeves with Nami, right? That they changed how the village had no idea about the deal she made.
Oh yeah, no. They just apparently they all just thought that Nami was like, you know, actually just straight up part of Arlong Pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which wasn't a thing. It's such like a sweet moment that like that she just like when she realized like, oh shit, all the money's gone, right?
Yeah.
And basically the entire village, which is essentially her found family, right? They all just go like, listen, I mean, like we've let you go onto this too long. We're gonna take care of it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We've known this whole time, and Nami couldn't believe it. She's like, you guys knew? Like, it was weird that they changed that.
Yeah.
Yet again, changing the basis of the main characters of the crew.
It just feels like why I keep on saying it, but I'll say
Like,
it
why would
again.
you think a small girl would
Yeah.
do that?
Like, Nami was, I think, 8 at the time, and why would an 8-year-old join? But also, why would an 8-year-old join a crew which killed her mom? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Shab, yes, her mother and sister are in it. It does like a flashback scene to where I don't remember her name. Terrible with names. I'm terrible with names.
Which one? Her sister or her mom?
Her mom.
Bellamere.
Yeah, Bellamere. Because she was a Marine. It goes through all that. Shows Arlong killing her and all that. They didn't change that. The other thing that I was kind of really weirded out by is the treasure was at her grave. Which made zero kind of sense, because it's like, if you've been digging up your mother's grave and your sister doesn't realize that, hey, there's always fresh
That's always like freshly
holes
dug dirt.
here at mom's grave. Like, what the fuck? And then to find out that they didn't even know that she was hoarding all this money there to buy the village back. Like, it seemed like there was some missed writing.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like they
thought it all the way through.
Yeah, they thought they ran with it too fast, and they kind of just forgot that like that was like a huge part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I get it. Like, We're nitpicking. Like, we are extremely nitpicking right
We're
now.
nitpicking,
But
it's because we like the series and we
I
but we
love
want it to
the
be
anime.
better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like when I told you I made a mistake and I started rewatching One Piece, and I watched all of them in like every day until it was done. And
Yeah.
it took what, like 2 months?
It was something like that.
Just every day. What are you doing, Cat?
Watching
One Piece.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I just don't. It's just weird. I do like the fact that they kept the iconic, she asked Luffy for help, and all the rest of the crews sitting in their normal spots, like in fucking anime.
Oh, there's one thing I remember talking about where I was a bit weirded out by. Is that Luffy was actually there to hear Nami's backstory, right? It's a small touch, but if you remember, Luffy just like didn't want to know because it wasn't from Nami. You know what I'm saying?
In the live action, he did leave.
No, in the live action.
At a certain point, he left.
I'm pretty sure he was there the entire time, though, right?
No, I'm 90% sure that he listened to part of it and then he left, and the rest of the crew listened to it.
Got it. I might be misremembering.
I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
No, I remember that Luffy was there, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just misremember the part where he's leaving. I don't know.
Oh, when they were leaving. Oh, okay, yeah, that's towards the end.
What? We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about
it. During the fight scene with Arlong, it was a little weird because they were just in a circle room, which they also didn't. I also want to point out that I am okay with them changing that they didn't have the Sea King.
Yeah.
And stuff, but the Zoro and Sanji's fight scenes are kind of just lame.
Yeah, that's a big part about it. I just thought about is that not just the fight scenes, like the fight scenes in general are kind of a bit toned down, but Zoro and Sanji especially, like, are two other like primary fighters for the crew, right?
Yeah.
Barring Luffy, and it's like their fights are just kind of like like the best fight Zoro gets is against Mihawk, which is okay. That's cool. That was probably gonna be the best fight he had anyway, right? But it doesn't feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
And Sanji, for the little time we do see him fight, because he's only there for the last couple episodes, he's not there for long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I get it. You had to end it off with Arlong. And Sanji's only there for 2 arcs, technically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, Sanji, I mean, his fights, I mean, like, for what I've seen, it's okay, but, you know. Like,
but I guess even in the anime, his fights really weren't something to behold. I mean, like over Zoro and Luffy's.
I mean, it was kind of like small touches, like Sanji like fighting with a fishman underwater. You know what I'm saying? That just didn't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and this is where doing live action versus anime is gonna hurt you, because like I don't know how they're gonna do like Sanji's signature move, the like, what is it, the tabletop
turn
and stuff. Like, if they asked me to do that, I'd be like, you're out of your fucking mind. I'll kill myself.
You're fucking crazy.
But at the same time, like with all the stuff with green screens and cables and everything, like I feel like it could be done.
It definitely could be done if they just had the guy. If they just, I mean, they're probably gonna have Sundo, just have him do like a large enough split and just have him like circle around real fast. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully between season 1 and season 2, he worked on his flexibility because
I mean,
anybody.
apparently Sanji's actor is brushing up on like MMA stuff and everything, so like he's clearly trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like they toned him down.
Oh yeah, they toned Sanji down a lot in terms of his.
Yes, the Diable Jambe is, but that is later on. That's late. That is later on after.
That's after
he,
Skypiea.
He levels up.
Yeah.
It's the best way I could put it. He levels up.
Mm-hmm. But no, Sanji, he's different in terms of how he I mean he's
acts around women.
Yeah, that's the best way of putting it. He's not different in the sense that like it's the same idea. He still does like act like a bit like, you know, like gentlemanly and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
He's a lot more muted, you know what I'm saying?
And that sucks. Because that shit was hilarious. Because the first thought that I had with him being toned down is how are they going to do the time lapse? Like when he returns? Because literally they had to do like pictures of girls. Like so he wouldn't die of a nosebleed.
Literally, blood loss was such a big issue for him that they had to treat it like a drug. They had to give him a little bit of it just to wean him off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and that's sad. But the biggest thing that upsets me with Zoro and Sanji, for one, Zoro is way too serious. But they don't even like bicker. They're bickering.
They barely
to
bicker.
each other is pathetic.
Like they do not like, you know, they are not. They don't bicker with each other. They just kind of go like, "Oh yeah, no, you're kind of an asshole. Yeah, you're an asshole as well." You know what I'm saying? That's as far as they go with it.
Yeah, like they're not like bumping foreheads, yelling at each other, you know, and all that. Like that kind of sucks because that was the
I will give
comedy.
I will give them the one small benefit of the doubt, and that is that their rivalry didn't really pick up until they hit the Grand Line. I will give them, because Sanji just recently joined the crew. I mean, they kind of guess at it. They kind of lean it towards it in Arlong Park, but it's nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really does start up once they cross the Grand Line.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of people really talk about their disappointment with Zoro's character.
Yeah.
On just like how serious he is. Like in the anime, he tries to be serious, but it never works.
It just never works out. I mean, his sense of direction just, you know.
Yeah, and they did emphasize very, very subtly, like that he gets lost in
episode when
in Kyra or oh my god,
in Syrup Village, he said like, "Oh yeah, I'm heading towards the mansion," and he's like walking the opposite way from it.
Yeah,
but like that's the only time we really see it though,
which is kind of odd. But
I mean, granted,
you know,
I don't think Zoro got lost besides Syrup Village, right? I'm pretty sure. At least in the anime, like they didn't really show that off.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they did. Because remember, he gets left behind and he tries to go to the next island or entry to the island to stop the pirates coming.
Oh yeah.
And he totally misses it. Just winds up back at the same spot. And he was like, "What the?"
It must have moved.
Yeah. So there's just small little subtle things and that's what makes those characters, in my opinion. Like, that's why it's
I'm guessing
so hard.
My best guess is with like, because they are, you can tell they're going for a little more of a serious interpretation of One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my theory on it is that they do want to keep the characters' traits there, but they definitely toned them down a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
to make them fit in a little bit more. I don't like it, but that's probably what they're doing.
Well, so when we were talking about Five Nights at Freddy, I mentioned this, and I'm glad you brought that up.
What that?
With this, they are trying to expand their audience. All right, it's a TV show. They're trying to bring people into the One Piece world.
Yeah.
But I will say that there are, there can be consequences to this when you bring people in and they're expecting something like the live action and they go to the anime, they're going to be like, what in the hell is this?
Like the show is like so much more, like so less wacky than the actual anime. You know what I'm saying? People are not gonna...
and why? Like, obviously, One Piece has a big enough fan base that the live action would have been successful.
I mean, we had a Luffy balloon in the Mason Day parade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like.
If One Piece is big enough to go there, then
Like, One Piece is one of the longest running animes.
So
like, there's a reason for that. And it's like people that, like, make these adaptations and stuff forget about that. It's like, you don't want to slap your
audience in the face.
Your main community in the face. Yes. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird, I guess.
My best guess with it, and this is what I hope happens, right? This season was definitely, making sure that this concept's actually gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Because Netflix, with their history with it, I'm surprised they even tried another anime live action. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they got they keep upping their membership shit, so it doesn't surprise me that, they got plenty of money to do it.
Yeah, no. But no, I was just kind of... It was just like one of those things like, you're really going back to this place, you know what I'm saying? The last time you did it, you did not get, like, a single bit of good reception here, you know what I'm saying?
Well, do you remember, did the creator of Death Note help them?
I don't believe so. I think
that might be... That might be where they learned their lesson and they went to the creator and was like, hey, we want to do this. Will you help us?
Mm-hmm. And Oda's influence is definitely there, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's definitely involved, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. There's something I can mention with him that drives me nuts, but we're not going to get down that rabbit hole with Oda.
What's your idea there? Go for it. Say your piece.
I want to know who Luffy's mom is. We had this discussion. I just want to know. And when you told me that, and he's already said that she's been on screen, I went down that rabbit hole.
You lost it. You were going at it.
I also want to bring up that the one that I found that I was like, bro, you got to see this. That his mother was Laboon.
Oh yeah, that was.
And me and you were just reading that article like, what?
Like, what the fuck are they talking about? No, to give.
Oh no, there's
no
so many
context.
theories out there that I don't even want to. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Like,
to give the Laboon theory a little context here.
Okay. I don't really remember a lot of it.
I just got him on the rabbit hole of finding Luffy's mom, right? And he found a Reddit post of some guy just like obviously memeing, but like,
like he wrote out a whole thing.
Like, he wrote like a fucking essay worth of information about how it makes complete and utter sense that Laboon is actually Luffy's mom. It's not, but you know.
It was worth a read.
It was definitely
to be
worth-
like, what the hell is this dude on?
I don't regret it at all because it's like it's some of the dumbest internet reads I've ever had in my entire life, and I enjoyed every single second of it. But also at the same time, it's like reading a crackhead's ramblings.
Like when I read it, I was like, Laboon. I was like, I had to do like 3 reads of that same sentence. Like, are we talking about the fucking whale?
The whale?
I was like, no, there's no way. And then he breaks this thing down into like sections. We're not, Shav, I am not going down this whole fucking crocodile theory either, because I don't like that one either.
Crocodile is also one that I've heard, and I don't think it makes sense because I think Crocodile would have said something by now.
Who knows? But the other one is, there was a fucking meme, and it was like, Luffy, here's your mother, and it was Dragon and oh my god, Ivankov.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I cannot unsee that. And I was like, that still doesn't make sense because she's like, when they find Yvonne and Impel Down, and you would think that, you know, oh, you're Dragon's son.
Yeah, no, he would have said something by now. You know
Yeah, they would have said something. And so that theory is just poof, gone. Okay, we're going down this rabbit hole, and I didn't want to go down it.
Okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop now. We're gonna stop now before it's too late.
We'll be here all night. But no. So the live action. Speaking of Yvonne Cop, that's gonna be interesting because we get to see we better see a live action big head mode.
Oh yes, we need this.
If it doesn't happen, that's the shit that worries me with this live action is, are they gonna fuck it up to the point that it shouldn't even be considered One Piece?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it scares me because I enjoyed the live action, but at the same time, like, please don't fuck this up.
That's my big request with all this. It's such a good series. You know what I'm saying? One Piece is one of those series that literally changed. I hang Luffy's wanted poster on my wall for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and I haven't put them up yet. I finally got my wood frames cut. I just need to sand them and get them all done for my One Piece fucking backlit posters that I got at Comic-Con.
Exactly. It's like One Piece is just don't fuck it up. I understand season 1 there's always going to be like those little like things that need ironing out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping it's the case that it was just season 1 jitters, and now that they know that this is going to work, that this is going to succeed, that they go right into the deep end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want them to tiptoe it in. I want them just to go dive deep into One Piece, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and that was the scary thing too, right? That we were kind of talking about with this whole live action, right? Was how fuck, I lost my train of thought. They're willing to make sacrifices on some characters, so what's stopping them from doing it to other characters? And don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep characters fight moves. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but that's why I'm not a producer or director or anything. Like, but there's ways. I've seen movies that are made that do spectacular jobs of insane things that the rest of us could only like imagine on how to do it.
Exactly.
And so don't fuck it up. Keep moves. Like, I think one of the things me and you
Cute
were
character
talking
arcs.
about were the 72 or 360-degree Phoenix
Yeah.
with the dragon swirl and stuff. Like, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I know there's ways.
There are ways to do it.
Do a ghost dragon pattern, or how he does. Like, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but figure it out.
Hell, just do something as simple as like have his, like I don't know, like have Zoro's actor speak into a mic and have it like have his lips move as he has 3 sword style. You know what I'm saying? If you really,
Yeah.
because I feel like the reason why they don't have Zoro use 3 sword style as much as he should have, right? Is that he was that it would prevent the actor from speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that's definitely the reason. Because Zoro does talk a lot in the anime.
He talks a lot.
His sword in his mouth.
So I mean, like I don't know, just like there's so much potential with this. Just like
And not just a little bit, like fantastic potential. Like
exponentially huge potential. You know what I'm saying?
Like, so to the point that they could do what they did with the anime. 100%. The potential is there. You could have a series, and then you could fucking come out with movies.
Exactly. Make movies. Make it big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fucking One Piece, man. Don't fuck it up.
It's a series to be respected. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking when I say this. I think One Piece is like one of those pieces of fiction that just, you know, it should be held in high regard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should have had my thumbnail different because this was the versus. I should have been like what the future is gonna hold.
Yeah.
Thoughts, because I really want this to succeed. Because like I could rewatch One Piece all the time.
I can rewatch One Piece in different ways, different forms. I can reread One Piece. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways to interact with One Piece now. You know what I'm saying?
There is one arc that I skip over though when I rewatch it, just because it's to me like the most boring, and that was the Foxy.
Well, yeah, Foxy arc. It's like the one arc that feels like it's like a filler arc. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't even know how it was like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, I seen pictures, like fan-made pictures of The Rock playing Frankie, and if that happens, I won't watch it. I won't watch it because The Rock is too serious of an actor to be playing someone like Frankie.
But that's the thing. Like Frankie, the big thing with Frankie, I really don't want him to play Frankie because he's gonna make it so like Frankie's not gonna lose because The Rock has like a thing on his contract. So like if he's in a movie or a TV show, he can't be shown losing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to pull up your stream.
What's up? Cappy? Hello, Cappy.
You got your normal people watching you?
I think a few.
Okay. Okay. I want to make a point here to your chat, okay? Because they watch you all the time, which, you know what? I appreciate you guys giving my boy love. But Lucky could play a character. And I want him to audition for this part. Okay?
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Hordy.
Hordy Jones, the pill popper, fishman fanatic.
100% see that, because we actually looked up how to audition, and apparently you can't audition until you have an agent for some fucking reason. So I don't know how that works. Oh, you know, we were kind of messing around with the idea, you know, like who we could audition as or who we would want to audition as, and I was just like, man, I see you and I just see Forty Jones. And
I don't know how to feel about it. It's just like, on one hand, like, yeah, I would absolutely love to be in One Piece. You know what I'm saying? I would love to be a One Piece live action character. But to be the guy that's so, like, yeah, no, I'm the pill popper, fucking crazy psychotic fishman that wants to kill like everyone that opposes it. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think you could play that off so well. I
don't know. It's like kind of like I don't know how like people that play villains in general do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Starr. Like I don't know. I can't look at him and think anything else but Homelander. You know what I'm saying?
God,
I don't know how I'd feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I want to audition as a villain.
I think you actually make a pretty good role at it. I think you would.
Well, and I already kind of got the look down for, oh my god, I'm terrible with names tonight.
Rob Lucci.
Rob, yeah. I could fucking totally pull that off.
You totally could. I think you would do like a great job at it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't have to talk for the first parts.
Yeah, you
got a bird.
You got a bird that does all the work for you.
Yeah, and then once Luffy pisses me off, then I just can't stop talking.
Exactly.
No, but that was my thoughts on Lucky's part. But Lucky, who would you want
if I
to
had
audition as?
If I had my choice in the matter. There are so many good ones. But I would say... there's so many good ones. I have like so many swirling through my mind right now. Alright. I think I could pull off Captain Kidd. Genuinely.
Oh, yeah. You know, speaking of Captain Kidd, I guess I could do Law. You could probably do Law too. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, you could do Law.
I can see you being Captain Kidd.
There might be a bit of a height issue, but you know, CGI does all the work for me.
Get you a booster seat.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring a step stool to play as Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, that'd be fun. I think that shit would be so fun to do. Will it happen? No.
No, probably not. But you know.
No, because you got to have an agent, and you got to have, you know, like, you went to acting class or school.
I mean, you can just
whatever.
lie on your resume, and you could just have anyone be your agent. Just go like, "Hey, yo, this is my agent." Wink, wink, and it's just you.
Yeah, maybe what we should do is we should just like take lines from the anime and just do like voice record ourselves and send them in. Be like,
yeah,
hey, I'm fucking down.
I'm down. Yeah, I mean, I just want your approval. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would love to do that. That'd be so much fun.
I think it'd be like one of the most fun times of my life. Just being the guy who played like a One Piece character. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
It would just be fantastic. But that, I mean, what I'm pointing at though is like that's how much fucking faith I have in this. Like I actually enjoyed the live action, minus some of their changes and stuff. But it's still, even with the changes, it's not something not to go watch.
Like, I like to put it like this: the entire time that we've been talking about it, our only complaints have been like, for real here, just have been nitpicks. If we want to boil it down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like. Nothing too major.
Like, generally, I would say we were more than happy with the series in terms of how it went, you know what I'm saying? Especially with how bad it could have gone, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it could have been devastating. I mean, we all remember
Death Note. We all remember Full Metal Alchemist.
I never watched that. I refuse to.
I refused to watch it, but I got exposed to a little bit of it, and I was just, you know. I mean, I expected it to be bad, but.
And I think the other thing that we kind of talked about is like there's this huge surge for live action shit. There has been for a few years now, and I honestly like sometimes I can get it, but a lot of times I can't.
The big thing with it that the reason why I think people lean towards live action when they try to tell stories, right? Is that live action is taken a lot more seriously. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing with the animation industry where it's just like animation has its own like genre pick in the Oscars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But at the same time, like
I get it in the sense of like you have to judge animation a bit differently, but the storytelling is put in like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't like I've said it before, but I don't think I'm glad that the One Piece live action came out so far. That could change later on, but you know. But I didn't think that One Piece needed a live action. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I mean, it definitely didn't need it.
It was one of those shows that just you definitely did not need to make it.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones that we're already successful, but if we mess this up, we could damage.
Yeah.
We could damage our reputation.
Like what's left here, you know what I'm saying? Like if Netflix had decided to just like completely fuck up, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they could have ever entered the anime scene ever again. Just like besides like doing like just like actual anime, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their next live adaptation would have been Rugrats. that's where we're.
Yeah.
Which God, please don't, Netflix. Please don't.
Live action Rugrats, my God.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
I'm just thinking how that would even work there. Just have like babies, babies on set.
It would all have to be CGI. It would all have to be CGI, and just don't. Just leave it alone.
Just one of those things you just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to do a live adaptation that I think would probably be really creepy, Cat Dog.
Ooh, Cat Dog would be. Unironically, I would want them to go very different with Cat Dog in terms of like, just go like as surreal and wacky as you can with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like make it into a horror TV show.
Like it's already like crazy enough with how like, you know, it's a cat glued to a dog. You know what I'm saying? And they get to wacky adventures.
Yeah. No, but no, we're getting way off track.
Yeah, just.
But yeah, no, if you haven't checked it out yet, you need to watch One Piece.
I would say, yeah, watch it.
Even if you're not a fan of One Piece, just watch it, and because I thought they did really well overall. Some nitpicks, obviously, but
again, like
we didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I want to admit too that I thought when they introduced the battle axe, chills. They did that scene very well.
No, the ending scene with Arlong Park with like Luffy just literally out battle axing, just like, you know what I'm saying, just battle axing Arlong Park down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That scene was done beautifully. I don't think they could have done it any differently. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
My only gripe with that episode, and it's a very small gripe, is that Luffy feels a bit unassured of himself in terms of like maybe I can't beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like Luffy's like very confident, very, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he doesn't care what it takes. He's gonna kick your ass.
Mm-hmm. It just feels a bit like Luffy is like, you know, a bit unsure of himself, but I don't know.
Well, the other thing is too that's going to be like I know the biggest controversy, I guess, is what I would call it. With or worries is how they're going to do Chopper.
Chopper. That's
Chopper is going to be a tough one. I swear to God, if they do anything that looks like ugly Sonic, I'm done.
It's gonna have to be CGI, no matter what. I don't think there isn't a way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. Chopper's gonna have to be CGI. But like, they're gonna have to do his transformations. You know,
Which
the
will be-
Rumble Ball.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm also super excited for when they get to the point to get the Iron Pirate.
The Iron Pirate. Oh yeah. The guy who like.
General Frankie.
Yeah. Frankie. Frankie will
God.
be an interesting turning point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I really hope they don't fuck him up.
There's
I just
whole
don't-
lot, there's a whole lot you could do with a fuck up Frankie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Frankie, if they have that character not be Frankie, I am gonna be kind of upset with that. Like, whoever's Frankie better be wearing a fucking Speedo and fucking doing it's super.
I don't
all
know
that
how they
shit.
do it.
Like,
Maybe make up like his like forearms to be fucking huge. You know what I'm saying? Get the stars on each of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Well, half the star on each of them. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they better do something good. Don't fuck him up.
Like if they don't do it, then I'm just gonna feel like
Who is this?
yeah, no, this ain't Frankie. This ain't my pervert in a speedo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I like the Halo TV series. That's not Halo. That was someone imposing and faking to be Master Chief.
Yeah.
That just wasn't Master Chief. So don't do that with Frankie, because it will ruin it. But I have high hopes. Like, they did well. I kind of wish I had a little bit more info on like how their thinking process was on this.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be the biggest help. Just to be like, okay, well that makes more sense now. Like I can see that.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's just gonna pay off maybe in the future. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It feels like they're just, I don't know, just holding back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But we all know that Oda doesn't mind keeping stuff hush hush either.
Yeah, no,
He's got no soul.
yeah,
He didn't give two shits.
I don't know, man. It's just like a maternal issue, maybe. God.
But I really hope they don't mess up. Like, if Jean Bei's a small dude, I'll be pretty upset too. Like, I think they really need to kind of get back into emphasizing like character sizes.
Yeah.
I think that would be a huge help for the fan base too. And I'm talking like the hardcore fans. Like, it would help me, but like I'm talking like One Piece's life type of people. Like
I think of live action as just a different medium to show off One Piece to friends that that just aren't into anime. They just don't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still that look like, oh my god, you watch anime, like you automatically, like, people think that you live in your parents' basement and,
Yeah.
you know, you have a bunch of figurines everywhere. Who has that crap, right? As I have a shit ton behind me.
Don't look in the background.
I did. Well, I will admit, I went a little crazy at Comic-Con.
That's fair. You know what? I leave him alone. I leave his ass alone for like 1 minute,
1 minute. It was a few hours.
Okay, a few hours, fine. But a few hours, I thought I could trust him to make financially sound decisions, and I come back and he spent in a more than I should ever say.
Hold on. I didn't spend shit the first day. Like, I bought food.
No, I
and
know.
And you were like, that morning, I was like, man, I kind of want to pick some of that stuff up. And you were like, bro, just do it. Pick up what you want.
When I said that, I figured, oh yeah, he's gonna spend like maybe a couple $100, nothing crazy.
Well, I did.
Yeah, that you did. I can't lie and say that you didn't. I cannot lie and say that you didn't.
Let's just say I wound up spending enough money where I pretty much got a sponsor, damn near, a free invitation to any Comic-Con. Getting in for free as long as those vendors are there. They will get me in all over the country.
Yep. Oh man, that was.
And they hooked me up pretty good. I got some good stuff for cheap.
No, he got some good stuff for free. Straight up, they just gave.
Yeah. Yeah, like I got, what was it, the Mastercraft Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Like $2,000 fucking figurine for free.
Which, like, that was fucking crazy that, like, you know, they just
gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have to pay taxes on any of that.
Oh yeah, that was a wild part here.
They didn't add any taxes on it. But it was a pain in the ass to get it all home. We had to play Tetris for my truck.
Oh yeah, that.
God. I filled the bed of my truck, the back seat of my truck.
God, just when he was dropping me off at my place, I remember literally being surrounded by like wall of figurines in front of me, and the door.
Yep.
I was not, you know. It was enclosing.
We had a good time though.
No, it was fun.
That was my first Comic-Con, so that was a blast.
Yep.
What else? Oh yeah, I got to meet Peppenbrook. Kirito.
Oh yeah, Kirito's voice actor.
Yep. Got stuff signed and everything. It was a good time. And that's why we're going back to Fan Fusion in May.
Yep.
And I'm going as the Witcher.
I'll be going as my same character, David Martinez, so that'll be pretty fun.
That's gonna be a good time. But anyway, yeah, One Piece, go watch it. I had a fucking blast watching it, and then, you know, rewatching it to nitpick.
There was not a time where I wasn't having fun while watching the live action One Piece.
I cannot find this damn book. Yeah, bud.
I guess,
I don't really know. The battle axe scene. Oh, Smoker. Smoker is going to be introduced in the next season.
Which will be pretty fun.
Yeah. I just hope they don't fuck up the Logan type Devil Fruit powers.
They really do They do need to make them feel like they're as powerful as they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because Dragon, well, it depends. I wonder if they're going to introduce Dragon in this, because Dragon is the reason why Luffy was able to leave Logtown.
Yeah, no, they gotta, because, I mean, I mean, like, Gorp's gonna have to say, like, oh yeah, no, your dad's like dragon. You already saw him. Like, he saved you, you know? So, like, he sent you off.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the reason you were able to escape. Yeah, no, what? So, final thoughts for me on One Piece? 8 out of 10.
I'd say that's about where I'd go. 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
At
8
its
out of
best,
10.
at its best, I would say it had its moments of a 10 out of 10. It's just overall probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. If hopefully they don't change a lot of stuff with more characters and missing scenes. Or not like missing scenes, but like missing their signature moves and all that. And,
Like important moments in general.
yeah. They also need to probably start figuring out how they're gonna like introduce this stretching. Oh, I just remembered one other thing that I kind of had mixed feelings on. So at the last episode, when they're done with Arlong Park, right, and they bring that little plate of food, and they're like, "Hey, this is all we have," or whatever, right? And Luffy only takes one bun. I was like,
He would have taken just
Luffy would have ate that whole damn thing.
He would have just gone.
He wouldn't
like,
have cared.
He would have just gone like, yeah, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Like, ooh, food. But at the same time, I don't think he would have taken it too, because, you know, when it comes down to it, Luffy cares about helping the other people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, still give it a
Solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Solid 8 out of 10. I just need to see what more they're going to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Season 2 is going to be the big deciding factor on how this is going to go. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to have a solid start. It's how you finish. It's how you keep going.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I mean,
if they keep going like how they're going right now, it's gonna be solid no matter what. It's just, you know, stop changing like the little minor things that you just don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep characters how they are in the anime. You can change the story and stuff, right? But don't change what makes the characters them. That's probably the only thing that I can think of that can ruin it.
Yeah.
Because it is. The whole story is changing.
Exactly.
Like that is what it is. There's no way around that. It's an adaptation.
We've already changed a lot, you know what I'm saying? We have Garp and Kobe's entire side of the story, which I imagine they're gonna keep doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have, I mean, like, there's so much that they gotta keep going with, you know what I'm saying?
And I think they'll do just fine as long as they don't do that. Because here's the thing, you know, like you said, they got a successful first season, probably way more successful than they were thinking it was going to be. And now they can start actually doing shit right. It's
time to follow up, and you gotta follow up correctly, you know what I'm saying? And I say this out of love for the series, not out of, you know, like a hyena waiting for food, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, like, yeah, no, this is something I care about, and I want it to be good. If I gotta be aggressive about it, then fine. But you know what I'm saying here, right?
Yeah. No, but that's pretty much all I got.
Pretty much all I got too. I don't really. We went far into it. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, and if you know, I don't know if we'll see how people like these and successful these type of live streams are. We might do some more in the future or whatever.
Keep
but
going. Yeah.
We are gonna start. Did we decide on Tuesdays?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Once your full-time, you start your actual new work schedule, we'll be doing a collab live stream every Tuesday.
Yep.
All right, perfect. And then we'll be doing games, which I think, there's so many games I want to do, man. Like, I really want to do that trolling on Dead by Daylight and seeing just how toxic that community really is.
Go in depth into that to see how crazy it goes. I get that. I want
Like,
to.
but at the same time, like, Lethal Company sounds fun. There's a lot of other stuff we could be doing as well. We just actually need to do it.
Yep. Just need to do it.
Well, so I appreciate. I'm gonna be hopping off here and heading back to the Discord server.
No, that's cool. I had very similar plans.
So I will talk to you here shortly, and everybody who joined, thank you, and hope you enjoyed it. And if you hate us for it, I guess that's okay too.
Yeah, that's
we're
fine.
we're just two non-existent important people. Just making our way.
Making our way downtown, Just
Yeah, I'm hoping we just say something so stupid that a big YouTuber or something will just like start talking shit about us.
that'll be a time. That'll give us something.
Hey, perfect timing. I just finished this whole huge fucking map on Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, no, appreciate you guys. And anybody in my chat, don't forget to head over to Lucky's channel and subscribe and check him out.
Same to those here. Go to Dr. Cappy. He's doing the Lord's work, doing a good job around there. But yeah, no.
I try.
Hope y'all having a good night. Continue having a good night. And yeah. Later. Yeah.